Welcome to Ultimate Autographs. If you were looking for the internet's most exciting and interactive live break room, then you have come to the right place. We are opening live break mystery boxes featuring the biggest names from across the sports world every single day. If you're new to breaking with us, we can help break it down and make it as easy to understand as possible. First, head over to the live break page and look for a series that suits your interests. Most of our series will have 8 spots, which represent the 8 NFL divisions, but other sports breaks or mixers may vary. If you purchase one spot, that means you have a 1 in 8 chance to win that item at an extremely discounted rate. Next, click Add to Cart to purchase your live break spot. Once you've completed your checkout, tune into the next available live breaks broadcast on Facebook, Twitch, or YouTube at noon, 3, or 6 p.m. Central Time any day of the week. As you watch, you will see your name appear on the screen when your specific break begins. Your name will go into the randomizer and will be randomized a specific amount of times based on that evening's dice roll number. Once randomization is over, the list of names of people that bought into that live break will be matched up with a specific division. If the item that is pulled from the mystery box matches your division, congratulations, you just won an incredible piece of signed memorabilia. Want to guarantee yourself an item as opposed to testing your luck? Some of the series that you see on the live break page can be purchased under the mystery box tab of our website. Those boxes could either be shipped directly to your door or open live on the air before being sent to you. While you are there, make sure to sign up for our Signature Points Club. This exclusive club earns you points toward specific discounts, signed items, or exclusive events each and every time you buy at ultimateautographs.com. The moment you have been waiting for has come. Let's break some signed memorabilia.
Good morning, everybody, ladies and degenerates, breakers and breakettes. On a beautiful Saturday morning of November the 8th, 2025, Chinmay to my left, Rob in the host seat to start off show 1 of 2 between Chinmay and I on this gorgeous Saturday morning of the Ultimate Autographs live break room. Coming to you live from the city beautiful Burr Ridge, Illinois on YouTube, Twitch, and Facebook. Already got the comment section started off. The press is hot and early with my man Foog Donner. Good morning, Foogie. Look at that, already doing a very nice victory lap for a huge dub that he had last night, deservingly so, man. What you got from you, Foogie? Said last night in the quad box, they drew 4 AFC North helmets. Oh, it was crazy. Oh, okay. 2 Steelers and 2 Bengals. You know, even though it doesn't sound like you participated in that, I'm glad you were able to see some of your favorite team go up against probably your biggest rival.
The quad up.
And the Bengals, yeah, and a quad up yesterday. So that's pretty wild to have that happen yesterday. So in our half and half series, which by the way, very good ratios in there. I'll get to that in just a sec. Should have 1 and 2, which we do. 10 boxes left. 5 headliners available. We'll touch upon those headlines just momentarily. But saw that yesterday as well. Me and Robbie Lopez, Chinmay, we had a quad up yesterday, and we actually had a triple up in the NFC West.
Okay.
And still looking for Derek Jacoby. I still got an APB out for him, looking for him. So he's gone MIA, and I was hoping that he was going to take in all that excitement. He got what was it? It was a Sean Alexander, a George Kittle, and then a Braden Fisk. So all of them.
He's covering all the teams.
Covering all the teams in the NFC West. And then there was a Kurt Warner that was pulled right after that in a flash speed flex.
All right.
So it's very, very cool. Bubba, what's going on? Good morning, Bubba Gump. What's going on? Good football morning. Yes, it is. And of course, you guys know Saturday rigmarole. It's college game day. Chinmay is going to be all over that top to bottom. He's literally got the tab pulled up right now, getting ready to do a little bit of not necessarily a deep dive, but a quick brush off of college football coming up today.
If Missouri pulls off this upset of Texas A&M, Eli Drinkwitz's lifetime contract will start to be written up. Let's just say it's starting to be written up. If they pull off this upset, it'll be sent down to him immediately after the game.
He will, he will drink for free today for sure. CC, good morning, CC Holler. Good to see you. I haven't seen you in a little while, CC. So hollering at you from the Ultimate Autographs live break room. Let me get you guys caught up on a quick rundown because you are definitely going to want to know. For those that have already been on the live product and break page, we have not only a brand new series, Chinmay, we have a specialty series for you Weekend Warriors. Quite literally tabbed the Weekend Warriors Multi-Sport Mixer Series. Absolutely love to see it. Fugi saying, I didn't realize till after the show yesterday that I got third place in the video sent in. So I used it and got the Moon Mini Seahawks. Let's go.
Nice.
Way to go, Fugi. Yep. What a great use there of using that unboxing video moolah that got sent your way. So let's get you guys caught up. But before we do so, you know how things go. We got to get ourselves rocking and rolling. First things first on this gorgeous Saturday morning. So Chinmay, dice roll season. Looks like the guys last night in Robbie and Alex as they transition from the Midnight Maniacs to the... we got to get our. We already got the Weekend Warriors tabbed as now our names for our guys, but Saturday morning, it's the start of your weekend, or the recovery from the technical start of your weekend the night before. But you guys deserve a lot of credit to be bright-eyed and bushy-tailed to get things started here. So a couple other people hopping in. Good morning, Chinmay and Rob. What's going on? Derek, and then he said, and then D's pick saying morning. Let's go. Awesome. I'm very excited.
Great to see the chat hopping this Saturday morning.
I was going to say, man, I love to see it. I love to see the positivity.
The Bulls did not win last night.
Yeah, I was going to glaze over that comment, but yeah.
Giannis with a casual 41, 15, and 9.
On like 35 shots, but yeah, it was a tough one last night for the Bulls. But the shot making wasn't there as much as it normally is. But Giannis, like he does to many teams, but specifically to the Bulls, Giannis likes to terrorize the Bulls specifically. Yep. There's no paint presence really there to stop him, but there are a couple of guys in this brand new Weekend Warrior series, however, that could certainly go toe-to-toe with Giannis in the paint. We'll touch upon that in just a sec. So Derek's ready for the dice roll. He says 10. What are you thinking, my man?
I'm going with 8 as always.
8 as always. Sounds good. I'll sandwich right in the middle between both of you gentlemen. I'll go with the number 9, and it's going to be number 10. All right. Derek, that's got to be a sign for you, my man. You're the dice roll king for today. So just like the dice roll that we're going to change for you, let's see if you roll yourself into this room. I'm not asking for 10 times in a break, but that wouldn't be so bad either, Derek, would it? Also, so usually, you guys that are regulars here, you understand, you're very familiar with this bad boy. This is a chase wheel spin. It determines who is going to end up getting, obviously, some potential UA store credit at the end of the show, depending on if we have a break in that particular series. But because I talked to Lady Luck before the show today, and we had a conversation about our new series that came out, and she said, Rob, it's only right that you give the people what they want as the Weekend Warriors, and that is to make the chase wheel spin the brand new Weekend Warriors series. It only makes sense. It's our brand new series. Everything else has been touched in just a little bit, so we want to get you guys started off with a fresh, hot series and break into that right away. I've already seen a couple orders come in for that.
Yeah,
so
a lot of movement there. And one more thing to mention, very similar to the UA After Dark.
Yes.
They have the Blackout series.
Correct.
Similar to that, this Weekend Warrior series, come Sunday evening, if it's not sold out, it'll transition to next weekend. So you got to wait all the way until next weekend to knock it out. If we don't knock it out today and tomorrow,
you guys,
it's a weekend specialty series.
Just so you guys know, like Chinmay just mentioned, tomorrow night 6 p.m. show. That is going to be the last show for this current week that is going to carry that. Now, again, we're going to see the level of success like we always do here at Ultimate Autographs to really determine what it's going to look like
a lot
going
of good
forward.
Stuff in here.
Oh my God. I mean, you talk about, we are really trying to encapsulate the sports equinox of this current sports season that we're in. We got just about every single sport that is hopping and popping.
Yeah, I don't see baseball, but that's because baseball's wrapped up.
Correct.
Yeah.
So every sport that's currently hopping and popping. So let's pop ourselves right into this bad boy today. On the dice roll, we got number 10. The chase wheel spin is going to be the Weekend Warrior. And one quick point before I keep building all this stuff up for the Weekend Warrior. And trust me, it's very much worth the build-up. I have pictures and videos for just about every headliner in the series too, guys, that you're going to take a look at here. Michael Arnett, welcome in, Michael. Big shout out to you, my friend. If you are out there this morning with Chinmay and myself, I saw that you wanted to christen yourself into the UA Live Break Room with 2 jersey personals. Not just one, Chinmay, but 2. He's going.
Knows what he wants.
He's going in jersey deep, knee deep in jerseys to get his UA tenure started. So, Michael, if you're out there, buddy, feel free to let me know if you are out there because we always ask that for personals because how that usually goes is that would you prefer for us to do it on air for you to open your boxes? Or do you want us to just have that sent to you and have the surprise of what the jerseys are going to be when they get sent to your address? So if you're out there, just give me verification. If not, then we'll still go through with the process in just a little bit. So just want to give a quick shout out and let you know about that out there. So here we go, guys. No more buildup is necessary. All 30 boxes are available, Chinmay. 18 total headliners. And my goodness, headliners might actually be underselling the excellence that we have here in this series. Starting top to bottom, I mean, this might take a while, man. This is going to be a very lengthy rundown to go on each and every one of these guys. Some very, very familiar faces. And let's start with one of the most familiar faces in the NFL. Yeah, Derek, so your question is, will I be notified when somebody uses my referral? So from what I have been told, there should be a email that you receive from us at Ultimate Autographs over the course of when that referral is used. Now, the one caveat, Derek, is that I'm not sure if it's instantly once the referral happens or if you get notified once the referral giveaway ends. Because the referral giveaway, as you know, is that Barry Sanders Slate Authentic. We have it going on in the background. I'll talk about it in just a little bit, but that's something that Dave can specify more in customer service. I don't know if you've heard anything, but I do know that they get an email notification about a referral. I just don't know if it's instantaneous or not.
I am not sure how it is logged.
Yeah.
That would be a question for Dave.
Yeah, that's definitely a Dave question. It's just a matter of, because again, you are going to be qualified. We do keep track of all referrals.
Because it is also based on how much gets spent, the person who you are referring, how
Correct.
much they spend.
Correct.
So it's possible, right? Like you refer somebody and they don't spend that threshold, then in theory, you wouldn't get notified because you wouldn't have met that referral criteria, even though you actually did refer somebody. So yeah, I'm not sure the ins and outs of it, but if Rob is saying that you should get an email, I'm guessing there's some way that you would get notified.
Yeah, no, it's
there definitely has to be some way.
Yeah, no, 100%. And Derek, just so we can get, he said, okay, just checking. Yeah, we'll try to get some verification for you there as well, Derek. So again, you know Dave by now. That's our guy in customer service, the best man in the business for helping you and all of your UA questions. So if you get an update with that, my man, just feel free to pass it along to us, so we can also start alerting everybody else as well. Because as you guys know, we have that Barry Sanders Slate Authentic giveaway for the month of November. We've had Randy Moss in recent months. Well, now we're keeping in the NFC North. We're staying with the king of the North and nobody bigger than the Lion King of the NFC North in Mr. Barry Sanders.
Yeah, he actually doesn't have the inscription, the Lion King, on this one.
Yeah.
But I've seen other ones where he has the Lion King inscription. That's pretty cool.
Very, very nice there. So, all right, guys. Weekend Warrior time, starting off with Justin Jefferson. So, I guess it might be an NFC North type of show here this morning. So, Justin Jefferson on the Winter Warrior flex right there for Jay Jettas, one of the best receivers in the NFL today. For those that are unaware, okay, yeah, the guy catches a lot of passes. Well, not only does he catch a lot of passes, but he accumulates a lot of yards. To this very moment, going into Week 10 of the 2025-26 season, he's currently the all-time single-season yards per game receiving holder in the NFL. I think he's around 106 or 107 yards a game for his career. So could you imagine every Sunday when a guy got some plays, if you're Justin Jefferson, you're like, man, I had 100 yards today. I had an off day.
Yeah,
I had an off week. I had an off week.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's pretty remarkable for Jay Jettas. And even this year with guys like, sorry for my Vikings fans that are tuning in out there, but Carson Wentz and J.J. McCarthy are not, type of Lombardi holding up type quarterbacks is all I'm going to say. We'll see about J.J. McCarthy. I like J.J., but definitely not Carson Wentz. And he's still been able to have a very prominent season with those two guys under center. You want to talk about a guy who has caught the NFL by storm this year? He led the NFL in rushing yards in just year 2 of his career. We know how dominant he was as a running back in his time in Wisconsin, and now he is on pace to have a historic season in Jonathan Taylor. This guy, by the way, is going to garner some MVP votes come season's end. Even at the running back position, that is how great Jonathan Taylor has been. 7-2 Indianapolis Colts. Jonathan Taylor on a speed flex. The luck of the shoe. The shoe has been very, very lucky. And Fugi, I can't get on the 6-7 trend, my man.
Oh my
I
God!
can't.
What are we doing here?
I can't do it, man. You know what? You know who really wasn't about it? Robbie Lopez. Robbie was very.
I am not about it either.
Nobody. Well, I think it was last weekend, right? You and I ended up looking up with the official definition. They made it an official definition in Urban Dictionary.
It was given word of the year.
Word of the year.
Doesn't mean anything.
Doesn't mean anything. Yeah.
Purposefully meaningless was the official definition. I can't get with that.
That's like, to me, that's like making water.
I'm all about like the like new age slang and like keeping with the times. It's got to mean something.
Yeah, you know what's funny is that like when you talk about verbiage like that, like you and I can go back to our childhood or when we were in high school, and we could probably go back and think about certain words that associate with our time growing up, like. You know, like, I'm not going to go back with a lot of stuff here, but like swag and bougie and like things like that, where I was never fans of those. But I'm just saying those were words that were tossed around a lot in dialects and a lot of circles and stuff
like,
when we were growing up.
Can you imagine if I just started walking around mumbling nonsense and all of a sudden everyone just starts everyone is mumbling the same nonsense and all of a sudden it's cool? And it's only cool if they say it.
Yeah.
Like if you and I are saying this stuff, it's suddenly not cool.
Yeah.
But all the little kids who are saying it, like it's cool amongst them. It's like their own little thing. It's just weird.
You know who I know just cannot.
My apologies for getting on like
all the six
millennial soapbox here, but no, it's just like it's got to mean something.
The 6-7ers out there are going to be coming for you. They'll be coming.
That's fine. I have nothing to come for. So
did you see what? So the other day when the Bulls were hosting the 76ers, who by the way blew a first half 24-point lead. Go shout out Bulls. But pregame, Benny the Bull actually ended up reversing the 76ers on their logo to the 6-7ers. It was pretty funny stuff, man. Benny the Bull, one of the best mascots around. And then Cal Oubre threw him into the threw him into the image that he created. So 4 spots left in the Weekend Warrior. Let's go. Who wants? Let's see that Wemby ball. I love it. I love the enthusiasm. One of the most exciting players in the league. Somebody that I'm going to get to talking about in a second, Mr./Mrs. D's picks. That trend started because we wouldn't let natural selection do its job when they wanted to eat Tide Pods. That's one of the better comments that I've seen in quite a while. I like that. So natural selection and Tide Pods, that could definitely be a synonym for something else. But because I like my job, I'm not going to go there. But yeah, that was another weird trend, dude. That was a high school trend, at least for me. Beginning of high school was that whole Tide Pod trend. So we were anti-Tide Pod. We were anti 6-7.
Hold on.
Here in the chat.
We are anti-Tide Pod trend. We're not anti...
Trend, correct.
Yeah, we're not anti-Tide Pods.
We like clean clothes.
Yeah.
We do like that, for sure. But we are pro Weekend Warrior Mixer Series here with Jahmyr Gibbs. Derek, this is your show, man. The dice roll and the first series we're showing you is Gibby. Come on. You got to get a little knuckles in your diet this morning. How about a nice knuckle sandwich for you to start your morning with Jahmyr Gibbs on an authentic. We had him go in a authentic in the Diamonds yesterday. He is no longer one of the 3 headliners a part of that series. So the only Jahmyr Gibbs that we have on a headliner right now is in this Weekend Warrior Series. And again, guys, starting from this show, 9 a.m. today, this is fresh and hot off the presses until tomorrow night at the 6 o'clock show, the primetime Sunday night show. You want to make sure that you can get your spots in this limited time window. Now we got some hockey going on. Ilya Sorokin of the New York Islanders. This is my first time seeing a goaltender mask in here. So you got Sorokin and Connor Hellebuck from the Winnipeg Jets. Connor Hellebuck, a multiple-time goalie of the year award recipient. I'm trying to remember what is that the Vezina? I believe is what it's called. Yeah, the Vezina. So my backwards again. Yeah, Rob. Oh my goodness, Sonic. Why do I keep getting my Sonic and Knuckles confused?
It's between Gibbs
one
and Montgomery. Thing that I do want to just point out here is that even though this is even though Jefferson and Gibbs are technically they'd both be NFC North hits. Actually, because it's a mixer, we're doing it by teams.
Correct.
So it'll be So Jefferson will be a Vikings hit, and Gibbs will be a Lions hit, and the Vikings and Lions are actually not in the same bracket together. So you could not get both helmets, even though they're both in the NFC North. So if it was a traditional NFL break, we would have them both in the NFC North. But in this break, we're going specifically by teams, so the Jefferson and Gibbs cannot be one with the same spot.
Very good point, my friends. So I just peeped in there really quick. If you guys saw that, we'll go into the division alignments and we'll talk about some double up, or of course, since this is a fresh series, even triple up possibilities that we have available with the different divisions and team breaks, traditional from the usual AFC and NFC division breaks that you guys see in this break room. That's what I love about the multi-sport mixer series. You never know what helmet, lid, jersey can land with the other. Connor Hellebuck, Ilya Sorokin, both available, both Vezina Award winners in their own respects, followed by Derrick Henry. King Henry finds himself in the series once again on a speed flex. This would being an alternative speed flex here for Mr. Derrick Henry. Nice alternate Baltimore Ravens lid right there. Very, very cool customization there. Got the gold helmet at the front with a nice custom visor as well for Mr. Derrick Henry. You get speed flexes anytime under $100, guys, for a single spot. Pretty unbelievable stuff. And then you throw in for the double for only $130. That's when you get a lot of different front. I would want to get in the double for this. Yeah. Especially when it's right off the presses right away. If you're able to get that 65, I'm hoping you could get that 130.
This is where the double is your friend.
Oh, 100%.
This is where the double is your friend. 18 headliners in 30 boxes, by the way.
Doesn't get much better than that. Doesn't get much better than this quarterback either. How about who has been the king of the NFC South the last 4 seasons in Baker Mayfield? That has been his ship, the captain of his ship. He said, look at me. I'm the captain now. He's been saying it for 4 years. Baker Mayfield on the Rave Authentic. Another big matchup and test coming up for Baker this week. Let's see. Who is he going up against?
Patriots.
Again? Yeah, Patriots. I know he was a prime.
It's the Tom Brady Bowl.
Yep. The Tom Brady Bowl. Exactly. Yeah, it's a good point to make there. So we'll see what Baker does against the red hot New England Patriots. Josh Allen looking for a little help from Baker Mayfield. There is somebody needs to stop Drake May. Somebody needs to find out how to cool this kid off. He is.
Yeah, I mean the Falcons had him and they missed the extra point.
Yeah. Yep.
Special teams, they matter.
Going down to the NBA now before we touch upon the jerseys on the right-hand side here. Victor Wembanyama. These picks are certainly excited to see the alien make an appearance, float down from Area 51. From the city of San Antonio and into the break room today. What more can you say about a 7'5" guy that can do hezzy tweens behind the back, pull up 30-footers, average about 4 to 5 blocks a game on average? He is, I would say, Chinmay, next to LeBron James. I'll even take it a step further. I think that he is the most, coming into the league, he was the most interesting, most hyped up prospect ever. Him and LeBron James are probably 1-2, 1A, 1B when it comes to that. Just because now, of course, LeBron, a domestic prospect, you heard probably a lot more about him. Even back in 2003, the chosen one, he got nationally televised games in high school, but Wembanyama overseas playing, really in a pro league in his French National League since he was 16 years old. He's playing against grown men since he was 16. So Wembanyama comes over and he's dominated the league so far in his first 3 years.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think, Luka Dončić coming from overseas earlier, Nikola Jokic, being of Serbia and winning the MVP. I think there was a lot. There has always been Giannis also, coming from Greece. There's been a lot of there was a knock on the international prospect for a long time, but there has been a lot of respect now for the international game. And I'm not saying those who are involved in the NBA didn't respect the international game, like the coaches and players. I'm sure they did, because there have been plenty of good international players, right? Dirk Nowitzki, Manu Ginobili, the list can go on with good international players.
Oh, yeah.
But now we're starting to see teams like dive deeper into the international game with prospects and draft stock and, scouting and stashing. The Spurs were kind of the poster child for doing that for a long time. And Wembanyama going to the Spurs, that was kind of like, it's like almost San Antonio's reward for being ahead of the curve on the international game. Now, Greg Popovich has quietly not been all that great at developing some young talent over the last few years, but he's no longer in charge as the coach. And they have a pretty good team now. And Wembanyama in his third season, I think, is finally starting to adjust more to the NBA game and to his unique skill set. He's shooting less jump shots.
Yep.
He's being more dominant in the paint. He's probably up in weight and physicality with the additional diet and training. And they're looking pretty good right now.
Yeah, he added 15 pounds of muscle over the summer, worked with the man who you could argue had the greatest collection of post moves in NBA history, Hakeem Olajuwon. He also worked with Kevin Garnett as well in the offseason. And all he had to say simply what he's a combination of Shaquille O'Neal and Kevin Durant is how he described Victor Wembanyama. So that's coming from high praise from the first ballot Hall of Famer and one of the greatest versatile players ever in Kevin Garnett. But just a quick point about the whole international mention there, because you dropped Luka Dončić as one of the recent influxes of
and Jokic too. And Jokic is in this series.
Jokic as well, who's in this series. But the point about Luka Dončić talking about how he finds it so much easier. He's been on record multiple times saying that it's so much easier to score in the NBA compared to FIBA and international play, just because the rules are different. Obviously, because the quarters are longer here, the physicality is less prevalent in the NBA. But again, the speed and the skill set is far better in the NBA than any other league in the world. Even though the gap has closed in that in much more recent years, just take a look back to this past summer and you see how unbelievably competitive the Olympic Games were this past summer in Paris. So, and I like the point that you mentioned too, passing down the torch from one to the other, from Frenchman and Tony Parker to Victor Wembanyama. So
Tony was another one.
If you watch Court of Gold on Netflix, which
very good series,
amazing series,
phenomenal.
And that was
phenomenal.
That French team was very, very. That was a huge focal point of that. Obviously, it being in Paris, of course, but they were a huge point because Wembanyama was a part of his first national team that year.
Look, France has always had a good basketball team, and the Olympics being in France was kind of the hype. They wanted a USA-France final. They got it. But, Durant had that quote in the doc, and I'm only mentioning it because we have him in this series as well on a jersey. But I think it was Evan Fournier who was talking about the chemistry of the French team and how they play so much together, and this USA team is just cobbled together for like 3.5 weeks. And they cut that comment, and then Durant just says, really? So that chemistry is going to help you when you got to guard Steph? And Steph Curry is available in this jersey series. Steph off to a phenomenal start.
And then what did he do against France in the gold medal game?
Just closed it out at the end. Closed it out at the end. I think it was four straight three-pointers at the end. Steph Curry in the jersey series, surefire first ballot Hall of Famer. Second unanimous league MVP or only unanimous league MVP? I think
he was the first ever unanimous league MVP.
Okay,
so there were a couple of guys who were a voter too short.
One vote.
Voter too short, but in previous years. But Steph was the first unanimous.
Their
back-to-back.
Warriors are looking for that last championship. They believe that there's one more championship in that core. So
he's looking for that final Thanos ring. He's got 4 of them. And I think what really cemented Steph's legacy, as we'll talk about him in just a moment, was that 4th ring that he picked up in 2022 to show, hey, this is I can do this with being the clear number 1 guy. Now, despite Kevin Durant, obviously,
he was always. We can discuss it later, but I believe he was always the number 1 guy.
He was definitely the engine. He always has been a Golden State, but I would definitely argue that he was not the best player on those 2 that he won in 17 and 18. But we'll get there when we get there. However, we got to talk about another point guard first. How about 2 of them back to back? 2 guys that I've yet to see in the break room in my tenure here at UA. Very excited to talk about both of them residing in the Eastern Conference. Detroit basketball, Cade Cunningham, Motorcade. Firing it up for the Detroit Pistons, who were the Cinderella story. They were the darlings of the NBA last season. Coming out of the Eastern Conference, 46-win season. They made their first playoff appearance since 2000 and I believe 18. The Blake Griffin-led Detroit Pistons, who got shillelied by Giannis and his Bucks in the first round of that playoff series that year, got swept 4-0. But Cade Cunningham, man, he's been amazing. He's proven his 1-1 pick worth for the Detroit Pistons for sure.
Don't look now, 5 in a row for the Pistons.
He is really.
They're at the top of the East right now.
He had a 30 ball yesterday. He has really turned himself into one of the best offensive engines in the NBA. He's got a great collection of young talent around him. And if Detroit plans on continuing to make noise, I think we all know, and everybody especially already knows in Detroit, that they have their face of the franchise in Cade Cunningham.
For sure.
And I think we all know that he can be a number 1 caliber type player on a championship level team. Another guy, and Trae Young, who he is one of the more interesting players in the league, because I think he's one of those guys on the fence where it's like, can we really build a winning team around Trae? I'm a pro Trae Young guy.
I'm also pro Trae Young.
Go ahead.
But I do believe that there are some substantial limitations to his game when it comes to building a championship team. So, but I am pro Trae Young. I think that the Hawks have kind of mismatched some of their roster and personnel decisions when trying to optimize Trae Young. They just haven't done as good of a job as you would think.
100%.
Some of the moves just haven't really made sense. So I don't know that it's necessarily Trae Young's issue. I think it's more of just the organization just hasn't. They nailed that. They nailed that move. Look, as good as Luka Dončić is, and as phenomenal as he's been for the Mavericks and the Lakers now, I was still pro doing the trade.
I look at that as a lighter version of the 84 situation where it wasn't a draft day trade, but you know how, of course, everybody talks about Jordan going third overall in 84. Yeah. But you notice how nobody ever talks about how, Hakeem went number 1 overall in that draft, and nobody's like, it's a shame that we landed Hakeem Olajuwon with the first overall pick. I look at that trade in the same light where it's like, oh yeah, you would like to have Luka more, but we're definitely more than happy to have
Trae you pick
Young.
Up the extra first round pick in the deal, right?
Yeah, as well.
So that's the thing, right? Like you never know. Like both these guys could bust.
But
it's just a pure asset standpoint. You pick up the extra first round pick. Now, again, what they did with that pick ended up being a problem, right?
Correct.
So it's like the organization didn't parlay that move into bigger things.
One Eastern Conference Finals appearance, that during, the 2021 season, I believe. So,
for 2020/21.
Yeah, so that was coming out of obviously that very interesting COVID season that we had. But yeah, John Collins was his number 2 man. He had a nice 19-10 season for Atlanta that year, but they had a rookie DeAndre Hunter, a very young Kevin Huerter, Clint Capella is the starting center. Again, a nice collection of very solid role players. But again, he was the engine and the backbone of that team, but he's really transitioned his style of play.
Yeah.
You're not seeing the Steph Curry level type of play from him where he was pulling the ball over half court, taking these very deep three-point shots. He has become arguably the best facilitator. He's led the NBA in assists twice since that conference finals appearance. So he has transitioned into a different phase of his career, and I agree with you. I think he's one of the best offensive engines of basketball. And again, guys, just $65 as a single box break to get yourself a Trae Young basketball in this series. Tyler Seguin, as a member of the Dallas Stars in this series. We got some hockey sweaters, man. Hockey sweaters. Wherever you are currently located, tuning in and watching Ultimate Autographs, gotta get yourself a nice hockey sweater, man. This time of the year to warm yourself up. These bad boys are beautiful. That you could have, whether to wear, to frame up, whatever it might be. I would say out of any of the 4 major sports that we talk about here in the United States, I would say that they have the hockey. I think by far has the best jerseys or sweaters, as we call them. I think that hockey sweaters are just absolutely brilliant. They are very, very nice to look at, whether it's Tyler Seguin, Nikita Kucherov, formerly a part of the Tampa Bay Lightning, the 2-time Stanley Cup winner with the Lightning, or Alex DeBrincat, the Cat, former Chicago Blackhawk. Of course, we reside in the Chicagoland area, so Chidman and I are familiar with Alex DeBrincat. So an excellent goal scorer for the Red Wings. Great time to be a Detroit sports fan.
Yeah,
the Lions, the Pistons,
they've waited for their moment for so long. Enjoy it.
Yeah.
Eat it up.
Yeah, and you guys, however, should not have that same mentality. You got to capitalize right now. Going right after this series. $65 a spot in the single, $130 in the double, and we got some more secondary headliners to spoil you guys with, one from each sport. Travis Etienne with the Jacksonville Jaguars, the former Clemson Tiger, and Mr. Etienne Jr. He's had a revitalization down in Florida this season for the Jacksonville Jaguars. He's been excellent for the Jaguars this season. Evan Mobley, talk about a rising star in the NBA, the reigning defensive player of the year, and Evan Mobley, a part of that 2021 draft class alongside Cade Cunningham. Cade went number 1, Mobley went number, I believe, 3 in that draft for the Cleveland Cavaliers. So the former USC Trojan makes his first appearance that I've seen in Ultimate Autographs here in a series. I'm sure we've had him before, but this is the first time I've seen him personally.
I've seen him before, but he's one of those players that, again, the dynamic kind of new new breed of NBA players that you want to be successful. You got to play both sides of the ball. You got to be able to shoot. You got to be able to stretch the floor. You got to be able to have good instincts on both sides of the ball. And Evan Mobley certainly has that. Big piece for the Cleveland Cavaliers.
He screams Kevin Garnett Jr. His frame, his defensive coverages, his ability to stick with small guards like KG. KG was one of the first power forwards that was versatile enough on switches to really stay with smaller guards. Evan Mobley has proven that. He proved that last year in his first DPOY campaign. And like you said, I had a proclamation prior to the season that he would be the best player on the Cleveland Cavaliers by the end of year's end. Now, of course, that is clearly Donovan Mitchell right now. Donovan Mitchell is an all-world player. He's an all-NBA type. That's not a knock on Donovan Mitchell. I am just so pro Evan Mobley and his evolution as a basketball player. Yeah. If he can get to that 22, 23 point per night range, he's already averaging 18 or 19 right now. So he's already upping that three-point volume. If he can get to a more consistent, more efficient volume scorer, with that DPOY level defense, he can anchor a championship level team. Unfortunately, Cleveland, their last two playoff bids, especially last year, again, the team that they lost to got to Game 7 of the NBA Finals in Indiana. Right. Darius Garland was out that entire series. Mobley himself was out a vast majority of that series. And DeAndre Hunter missed half of that series.
Injuries matter.
So injuries do matter quite a bit. They're running it back this year. They are probably the favorites alongside the New York Knicks.
In the Eastern Conference?
To come out of the Eastern Conference.
So that weekend warrior, by the way, that double is 4 to go. So we're halfway home in that first double. So get your spots in there on the double ups. And again, we can...
Three to go now.
Really?
Okay. Three to go on that double for the weekend warrior.
Shopify is not updating for some reason.
All good, my man. So
there we go. All right.
So believe it or not, guys, we do have other series besides the weekend warrior. But again, just so you guys know, once again, for those that are tuning in.
Yeah, 3 to go in that double.
For those that are just tuning in for the first time here this morning, again, good morning. Buenos dias to all you bilingual speakers out there, at least in Spanish for that sake. Starting this morning at 9 a.m., ending tomorrow at the 6 o'clock show, after the 6 o'clock show for the Sunday night prime time. This weekend warrior series is going to be put on a hiatus, of course, unless it is sold out. Whatever is not sold out is going to be carried over, as Chinmay mentioned at the top of the show.
2 to go
into
now.
Next
2
weekend.
to go.
2 to go. So we are flying through that. So let me get you guys a quick catch up with the no mustard with the rest of the series that we have available left for you guys. And then I'm going to show you guys some of the double up possibilities before we end up getting this break in this weekend warrior series. Because Chinmay, we know that's about to happen. Yeah. One of many. Rob, Mr. Batman, is trading me so I can get all the white Steelers helmets signed by Bettis. I'm so excited.
Very cool.
Foogie, that's awesome, brother.
Very cool.
Very, very cool, my man. So, by the way, just a quick heads up for you. You're usually not one to spill some secrets behind the scenes here at Ultimate Autographs, but a lot of people were very, very pro Doug Fonner and his unboxing video, buddies. So a lot of people are very fond of your excitement for your TJ Watt jersey, my man. So happy to have you on this morning, Dougie, as always. All Pro Series double box break has 8 spots in the double. And for the single, we have 8 spots as well. So this is wide open. This thing was flying off the shelf yesterday morning and afternoon with myself and Robbie Lopez for the 12 and 3 show. And you guys have clearly cut into quite a large part of that in the 6 o'clock show last night. And of course, the After Dark show leading into this morning. 10 boxes still available, everybody. 5 total headliners in this All Pro Series. 3 photoed headliners, and we still have a speed flex. Actually, 2 speed flexes, Chinmay, still left available. If you want to go after a speed flex in that Weekend Warrior series, all power to you. However, for the same price value, we have 10 boxes, 5 headliners, 1 and 2 chance to go. So if you naturally want to attack a speed flex for $65, Chinmay, with just 20 less total boxes to do so, this would be the series to get into for that. Ray Lewis and Micah Parsons. Here's the Micah Parsons speed flex, formerly of the Dallas Cowboys. Now the man, number 11, formerly number 11, now number 1, manning the defense for your Green Bay Packers. So now, as much as we love him in the green and gold, well, some of us do, you specifically, green and yellow, I should say, but he got his name, obviously. He got his namesake down in the Lone Star State with the Dallas Cowboys.
And I will say, this becomes a major collector's item, right? The old team, the superstar on the old team becomes a major collector's item. Like you wouldn't find, and then this is a like extreme example, but it's unlikely that you'll find like a Brett Favre signed Falcons jersey or helmet. And that becomes like a that becomes like a bigger novelty item. Not to mention, obviously, it's a speed flex, it's custom, so all that stuff matters when it comes to value. But the Cowboys as a fan base and franchise are just like exponentially more valuable than the Packers.
Oh, yeah.
So
they stand alone.
That that valuation, that factors into the valuation as well for that particular helmet.
A guy who stood alone during his time as a linebacker was Ray Lewis, the two-time Super Bowl champion in 2010 and 2000 and 2011. A decade apart, separating Ray Lewis's two Super Bowl titles. Probably the second best linebacker, in my opinion, in NFL history, that I would say. One of the best leaders in the locker room, one of the best leaders of men across the NFL on the defensive side of the ball. One of the hardest hitting linebackers of all time in Ray Lewis. Number 52 on a speed flex, guys. We get him quite a bit here at Ultimate Autographs, but for $65 for a speed flex, you're not going to find a better opportunity at a nicer price point than Ray Lewis. Talk about a guy who was certainly one of the best at his position during his day. How about the former MVP as a running back in Terrell Davis, the two-time Super Bowl champion, is available on this beautiful Denver Broncos Salute to Service Authentic. We got a lot of veterans here as regulars here in the Ultimate Autographs live break room chat. Happy early Veterans Day coming up this upcoming Tuesday. Yeah. We're actually going to have a specialty Veterans Day series that's going to go on. So just a sneak preview for all you vets out there. Again, thank you for all that you've done.
Yeah, thank you for your service.
Thank you for your service.
And we hope to honor you with this series.
Yeah,
that's coming up.
Absolutely
on Veterans Day.
And for you guys that do know that are regulars here in the break room that have peeped in and seen all of the Salute to Services, the military camavishes, the military authentics that we have.
There's a lot of custom military helmets too that we do.
The painters that we have are absolutely wonderful that we get these lids from. So they're some of the best in the business in terms of aesthetically looking at them. Is the Rice helmet still available in this All Pro Series? Unfortunately, Jerry Rice is gone, my friend.
And Barry is also gone. But
only 3 of these photo headliners that have gone over. Yeah,
Terrell Davis, Ray Lewis, and Micah Parsons all still available. And again, that Parsons and Ray Lewis, both speed flexes in that series. By the way, 1 to go in that Weekend Warrior double.
Let's do it.
So we should be able to get started on this new series here.
Love it.
Really quickly.
Nobody gets sniped out there, and I don't mean dodging bullets. I mean dodging somebody from coming in and getting that closer magic spot.
Well, there's a lot of diversity in this break. So there's no like someone's gonna get sniped just by winning, right? Like there's only, I think only two people are in here.
Everybody has 1 spot.
I think only 2 people have multiple spots.
There you go. So I mean,
so like there's
if that double spot turns into a triple spot, it could be that last person, because that gives you about a 37% chance. 3 out of 8, something like that, 37, 38%. It's kind of like what I used to shoot from the field in my my LA Fitness pickup games. Lawrence Taylor and Patrick Peterson, by the way, guys, the secondary headliners in this All-Pro Series. You want the greatest defensive player of all time in Lawrence Taylor, or one of my favorite Arizona Cardinals in Patrick Peterson. We have a couple other series to get into, guys, but we're going to have our first break to get into right there, sold out. Let's do it. First edition of the Weekend Warriors multi-sport mystery box series. So Chinmay's going to get the names together there really quick. I'm going to ask for 2 numbers in the chat, guys. And while we do that, for the Weekend Warriors. So shout out to my Weekend Warriors out there. All you guys rising up and getting yourselves into the chat.
And
so
thank you very much. Because it's a double, you get your name in the wheel spin twice.
Correct. That's exactly where we are going with that at the end of the show, my friend. I love the chase wheel spin. I love when people take advantage of the chase wheel spin. You get rewarded for playing, period, point blank. You get basically potentially getting paid for playing. I love to see it. CC and D's going with 11 and 28, Chinmay, is what we're going to end up having as he's getting those together. So just so you guys are available, Chinmay mentioned this is not your traditional double box break. Because this is a multi-sport mixer, these are the team names, by the way.
What was the second number?
11 and 28, my friend. Minnesota Vikings, Cleveland Cavaliers, and the Vegas Golden Knights is a division alignment possibility. So the Indianapolis Colts, Dallas Stars, Orlando Magic, and Nashville Predators. We're going to see a lot of NHL action in here today, guys. Let's drop those gloves and start. Let's drop those gloves and get into this break and go mano-a-mano against each other. That's the competitive fervor that I want to see. Baltimore Ravens, New York Islanders, and Miami Heat. Golden State Warriors, Detroit Red Wings, Jacksonville Jaguars, and Cleveland Browns. Thank you, my man. San Antonio Spurs, Winnipeg Jets, Houston Texans, and the Chicago Bulls. Tampa Bay Lightning, Atlanta Hawks, LA Chargers, and LA Lakers. The Tampa Bay Buccaneers, Detroit Pistons, Pittsburgh Penguins, New York Jets, and the Denver Nuggets, Detroit Lions, St. Louis Blues, and the Seattle Kraken. Let's see it. We got it right here. 10 times around, we're going to go on our randomizer. You know, I almost won as Britney Spears for Halloween. There,
Really? Okay.
Yeah, no, I didn't. But the thought, nearly grazed through my brain. But I had 2 different costumes. I don't know if I told you what they were. I think I went over with you last weekend. But for the UA celebration here that we did last Thursday.
I saw that one.
Yes, I was a cow.
That one.
It's a very proud cow.
Yeah.
And then so let's see here. So this might be a little. Let's see here. Okay, so that's interesting. Then I'll grab the top 4. Just give me one moment, guys. So I was a cow on Thursday, and then my girlfriend and I, we went as Woody and Bo Peep.
Okay.
So for Halloween, I know that you said that you're a chill guy for Halloween, but what about for you with the upcoming holiday season? You got any upcoming holiday plans up for the end of the month, beginning of December?
Thanksgiving, usually we have a celebration, but a lot of people are just not in town. So we're kind of just doing our own thing.
It's a lot of football,
which is fine with me.
That's the most important celebration.
The fallback option of just sitting in one spot and watching football all day is not a bad plan for me.
Just going to make this just a little more tight and condensed for you guys here up on the graphic for those that are participating in this series. So just give me one moment. For those that are well-equipped with understanding how the break room works by now, you can see what your division alignments are. And again, the great thing is, guys, since this is the first iteration of this break, every single one of these division spots are going to have somebody available in it. So... which is what I really like. It really just leaves the randomness of the break room to be wide open, Chinmay. So, just gonna bring these down a little bit. Yeah, no, for the holiday season, I hear you. I come from a very small family, a 4-person household myself. So we have a much smaller Thanksgiving setup, but it's probably gonna be spent more with my girlfriend and her family this year. So it's gonna be good though.
Very cool.
Yeah, it's gonna be my second year with them, so It'll be very nice. Now, I don't exactly provide a lot to Thanksgiving besides doing a vast majority of the eating. So
it's an important function.
It really, really is between stuffing my...
Making the food is one thing, but if no one's there to eat the food, why even make it?
It's a fruitless task, yes. It is a very fruitless task. Okay, so let's see here. So I got this. All right, perfect. There you go. Nice and more condensed for you guys there at home. So, all right. 2 boxes that we got available getting into this first weekend Warriors series, guys. From the top on down, Shea, Dale, Cece, Dustin, Daniel, Sandal, Cece, and Christy. Got 2 spots for Daniel, 2 spots for Cece. Box number 11. I'm excited, man. Anything from a jersey to a speed flex to an authentic. We might have a mini in here as a secondary or a hidden gem. Maybe a Funko Pop in the hidden gem. Who knows? We get Funko Pops a lot now. The possibilities are endless. But the mystery, however, is going to come to an end from looking at this bag alone.
That's a helmet.
So it's not a cloth bag, so it's not a speed flex. It's definitely, as Chinmay said, it's a helmet. It's not going to be a jersey. But who's this helmet going to be going to start off our day? Are we getting a headliner hit? And we're getting a big-time headliner hit. Now, if it wasn't for one of my most common regulars in here, you love him, you know him, but I know he's not going to love this because he was probably hoping that this helmet was going to last for next weekend in this series. But it's going to be the first one out of the weekend Warrior. He's a Warrior every given Sunday up at Ford Field in Detroit, Michigan. He is the Sonic to David Montgomery's Knuckles. It is the all-world, all-pro talent of Jahmyr Gibbs on the Detroit Lions Blue Authentic. Look at that bad boy right there. What a way to start off a series, Chinmay. The Detroit Lions spot is going to be going to Daniel Sandel as a part of the Nuggets, Lions, Blues, and Kraken. It's only fitting that the Lions and Blues goes next to each other. He's certainly not going to be feeling blue after getting this former Alabama Crimson Tide. He rolled his way right into Detroit, and he's turned himself into one of the best backs in the league.
Yeah, he exploded onto the scene. There was a little bit of questions early about the workload, how much he would get. David Montgomery was taking a lot of the workload. Jahmyr Gibbs wasn't doing a lot, and then Montgomery got hurt, and then Gibbs showed that he could handle the workload at a very, very equal level, potentially even better. And so they had that split, and now you're seeing the tide turn more to Gibbs as he continues to get even more ingrained in that offense. But yeah, he's a huge part of what they do in Detroit, and he's going to have hopefully a strong close to the season for my fantasy team. I
heard that's what he's playing for.
Yeah, he officially plays for the Lions, but he gets a second check from Chinmay's fantasy team, which is where he really makes.
Oh man, I hope that's not just the name of your fantasy.
Really
team.
Makes a lot of no. It's not.
Is that undisclosed information or for your fantasy team name?
Oh no, I can disclose. So
mine is.
I'm a Chicagoan, even though I wasn't born in Chicago. I'm basically a lifelong Chicagoan at this point. So my team names are always either Chicago related or some type of thing. So in this particular league, if you are familiar with a local breakfast chain called Goddess and the Baker, my name is Godwin and the Baker.
Okay.
Unfortunately, Godwin hasn't played that much.
No, I like that. The Chicago ties, man. That's cool. I like that. So, there's not too many guys that I play with in my leagues that have that level of local creativity and touch. They're just looking for. But that's good. You got Chris Godwin. Though,
I have Chris Godwin and Baker Mayfield. I have both of them. Yeah. No. I wouldn't say that if I didn't have both. I had to have both of them.
That's great. That's very, very cool. Not as cool as that Jahmyr Gibbs helmet, though. That is absolutely
gorgeous. A lot of double-up opportunities here. You got Jokic. We can see a Kraken or Blues.
For the Blues, you got Jordan Binnington for the Blues. Yeah.
That could be a mask, potentially.
That would be crazy. That would be really, really good. You got one type of lid to the other.
Yeah. Double-ups are possible here.
Box number 28. Do we have a hidden gem, Adrian Peterson? I'd be shocked if we did. Now that talk about an elite level series.
There would be a conversation would need to be had.
Hey, we've seen a Lawrence Taylor before in a hidden gem. So honestly, I leave nothing to chance. I started saying the phrase "anything is possible" after that Luka trade last year. So especially when it comes to sports. Speaking of Luka Dončić, for those that are unfamiliar somehow out there, if you've been living under a rock. And are familiar with this Slovenian legend. What I'm holding in my hands right now certainly feels like something that he dribbles around quite a bit. It is indeed a basketball that we have available. Very, very nice. Let's see who we got here. Okay. All right. So a hidden gem basketball. Interesting. Okay. So... Wow, Wubsy. This is kind of crazy. So, my first time seeing him, and isn't it funny how we Beetlejuice so many things in this room? Now, Chinmay, you were just mentioning that your fantasy team name happens to coincide with not only who you have on your team, but something that's in the region, right? Something that's close and near and dear to you and something that you can relate to, right? This guy is near and dear to our local Chicago basketball team. Some know him as Sub-Zero. I know him as my team starting shooting guard. It's Kobe White of the Chicago Bulls, baby. Kobe White, Sub-Zero on the autograph basketball. There it is with the silver signature, the former UNC Tar Heel, the up-and-coming rising star shooting guard for the Chicago Bulls. Averaged a career-high 24 points per game last season. Unfortunately, he has not graced the hardwood so far this season for the Chicago Bulls and their 6-2 mark. They've been the story of the NBA so far in this young season. Once Kobe White comes back, he's only going to make that high-powered offense collect that much more Somehow, some way, already in his 7th NBA season,
Yeah.
Chinmay. He's a borderline all-star level talent. And somebody, if the Chicago Bulls want any possibility of getting themselves into a postseason ticket this year, they're going to have to rely on Coby White
for sure
to do quite a lot of lifting.
He's one of those players who started off very slow in his career, and we never really knew if he was going to pan out, and then broke out 2 years ago with a phenomenal, he had a great opportunity because Zach LaVine got hurt, and he really took it and ran with it. He's got a very affordable team-friendly deal, which I'm sure, the Bulls might mess up with their other contracts. But he's been a phenomenal find for the Bulls. And one of my favorite things about Coby White is like the post-draft press conference that he had, where he's got he had this like massive massive fro, basically.
Oh, yeah.
And he's wearing this little hat on top of the fro.
Yeah.
And so it automatically looks kind of funny. And then he hears that Cam Johnson, who was his teammate at UNC, got taken, I believe, 10th overall or 11th overall, something like that, like high first-round pick. And he just starts going, wow, are you crazy? Are you kidding me, bro? Like, it's a very funny clip. I'm a fan of Coby White.
Yeah, I mean, he's been an awesome leader for the Bulls. And again, it's hard to believe that he's one of the leaders and veterans in that. He's the longest tenured Bull that's available, that's left after the Zach LaVine trade last season for the Chicago Bulls. Ended that era for the Bulls. And Coby White is really the leftover player from that entire tenure alongside Billy Donovan. And they've been off to an excellent start, and he's one of my favorite players.
Vooch.
I will be, and Vucevic as well. Yep. After getting traded to the Bulls during the 2019 season. But Coby White, I'll be honest, as a Bulls fan, let's go Bulls. That's awesome. And it's a double up for Daniel Sando, by the way, who Dan Jabba mentioned. The Sandman is on a roll after the quad last night. So, he's carrying in that fire into the break room here today. So, awesome start to the Weekend Warrior series for Mr. Daniel Sandel. Damn, Daniel. Back at it again with the double up.
We are one to go in the jerseys, by the way.
Talk about former trends. Remember the damn Daniel days? Woo.
Oh, God.
Oh, man. What a time to be alive for some
we
reason.
are one to go in the jerseys,
Perfect.
So, again, the jerseys, 50% ratio there on the headliners, 7 headliners in 14 boxes. So, plenty of good options there in the jerseys as well. Dan Marino, Deion Sanders, Emmitt Smith, Joe Montana. If you're a fan of 80s and 90s football, this is the break for you.
Yeah, I mean, you talk about some of the best legends of the game all in the same time period.
Who is the Mount Rushmore of the 80s and 90s? Like, it's right there.
They're all in the series.
That's it.
Yeah. Dan Marino, Dan the man. You have the guy who is quite literally the embodiment of the Miami Dolphins. When I visit our local zoo or a local aquarium to go watch dolphins, or if I close my eyes and think of a dolphin, I can't not see Dan Marino's head on top of a dolphin.
Oh, for sure.
Anywhere, anytime I go, I think of and see Dan Marino all the time. He is the Miami Dolphins.
Yeah, not to mention that's a very cool Dolphins. The color scheme is perfect.
It's always been elite. Yeah. It's always been elite. Yeah, 1-3, Dan Marino, now an excellent car salesman. He actually has a lot of car dealerships in the the Miami area.
We've closed out that jersey. So.
There you go. Maybe that's because maybe Dan Marino closed that out himself. Who knows? Or maybe one of his local recipients of buying a car from Dan. If you guys want to tune in later to the primetime show, you're more than happy to do so. Would love and encourage you guys to do so. But get your primetime viewing going on right now. Deion Sanders on the Dallas Cowboys. Emmitt Smith, his former Dallas Cowboy, alongside him. The all-time leading rusher in the NFL, and Emmitt Smith, as Chinmay mentioned, is in the series. And Joe Montana with the San Francisco 49ers, as well as Peyton, number 16 for the 49ers. Are any of the jerseys authentics, Mr. John Poole?
I believe they are custom, but some of them should be. Typically, they're specified if they are.
Yeah, the certification will.
The certification will let you know for sure.
Well,
most of them are custom, though.
Yeah, we'll help you determine that. Most of them are custom for sure. T.J. Watt and Aaron Donald as well, with Andre Reed as the secondary headliner. So, as Chinmay alluded to, going into that break, we had one spot left that is now closed. So, second break of the day, third box coming up. Thank you, Chinmay, getting those names squared away for us. As we mentioned, some of the greatest to ever touch the gridiron in this series. John Narvaez, Jim Atkins, Josh Nix, Michael Edius, and Aaron Custer. Let's see what we got here. Whoever gets in that NFC East spot, Jimmy, I know is going to be a very, very happy man this morning, potentially. You got the Deion Sanders on the Cowboys, the Emmitt Smith. We know how much you guys love your Cowboys. Love them or hate them, you would love to have them.
Yep, for sure.
As a part of your PC. So, Kobe, going to go over there really quick. Thank you for moving that right alongside us. So, just one number for the jersey. And as Chinmay mentioned, 14 total boxes, 7 headliners available. Other series that we have available going on, guys, on the live break page. I'll actually drop this for you folks at home tuning in, whether you're watching from home, you have a break at work on this Saturday morning if you're working like Chinmay and myself, even though I put work in quotations whenever I'm here.
Yeah, this is work has always been the benefit of being able to do what we do, and I'm sure you felt this way when you're broadcasting. The sort of side benefit of being able to do what we do is that we can say that we've never actually really worked. We do jobs, but do we actually do work?
It doesn't. Yeah, I mean,
the lines it's a little bit of a gray area.
I was gonna say the lines are definitely blurred. That's for the people at home to truly come up with that justification there. So
it's not to say that we don't give effort. We do work.
Now, is work necessarily working with a grown man who was dressed as a turkey for 2 hours yesterday? Maybe not. You missed that yesterday with Robbie, who dressed up as Tom the Turkey yesterday.
Ah, okay.
So he brought the Thanksgiving spirit about 2 weeks early. So, but again, it was very, very fun. 25 for Michael. Thank you, Chinmay. But yeah, no, we absolutely love our jobs, and hopefully you love Ultimate Autographs as much as Chinmay and I both do. Another just quick reminder for you guys right here. If you do enjoy the Ultimate Autographs break room, and I know quite a lot of you do, all of you amazing regulars out there, you are the heart and soul of everything that goes on here at Ultimate Autographs. Make sure that you get rewarded for it. Make sure you get more into that chase wheel spin, which 2 series of people are already going to do with the Weekend Warrior. If you want to get rewarded potentially with your own personal Slate Authentic, we have a referral program going on giveaway. We have a referral giveaway going on for the entire month of November. Barry Sanders Slate Authentic available for you guys. We, as Bane would say to the people of Gotham, we want to give back to you, the people. We want to give back to you guys as much as humanly possible. Hopefully that Bane voice just woke up Joshua Bateman's like, I can sense him. Where is he? I gotta go in the break room again with Rob and Chinmay. That's where I gotta go. All right, guys. So
Doug, good shout. We'll update that once we get this jersey break out of the way.
Yes, it does. Thank you for the reminder, Dougie, as well as this right here at the jersey number 25. I'll update both of those in just a second once this break is done. Thank you, Mr. Foogster. 25 on the jersey, and in this series, we got names scattered throughout. So the NFC North is going to have James Reed. John Narvaez has the NFC South and the AFC East. There's that NFC East spot. Josh Nix. Any relation to Bo at all? Maybe, perhaps.
Maybe not after Thursday night.
Yeah, I was probably, he's Bo Nix. Who's that guy? The guy, the starting quarterback of the 8-2 Broncos. You could at least flex that a little bit, though. Jim Atkins out in the NFC West. Aaron Custer in the AFC North. Michael Arias, little box color magic, my friend, in that AFC South. John Narvaez, again, in the AFC East. And Josh Nix wrapping things up in the AFC West. Again, 1 in 2 chance, everybody, of getting a photo headliner, and those ratios are going to stay intact. We got ourselves a former wide receiver entering the chat today. I just want to make sure that I get his excellence that is well documented. A very long career, not only just a former wide receiver, Chinmay, but a former great for this individual franchise. He had such a lengthy career. He's a 3-time Pro Bowler, 1-time All-Pro, a Hall of Famer from Grambling State University. GSU alums, stand up for Charlie Joyner.
Ooh.
Charlie Joyner. Now, this is a beautiful throwback Chargers jersey for Charlie Joyner here. I believe this is his tenure with the Chargers. Yeah, I think it is.
Yeah.
Yes, it is. Perfect. The number 18 with the San Diego Chargers from 1976 to 1986. Very nice color scheme there. Nice throwback right there. Very, very cool. This gives like UCLA vibes that I get from this combination of blue and yellow here. So
part of that Air Coryell offense.
Yeah, helped make him a Hall of Famer when his playing career is done. Again, played nearly 20 seasons in the NFL. Awesome signature, by the way, right there. Basically takes up the entire number 1 inside of that one. And Josh Nix, he says awesome. I was trying to hype up the NFC East there for you, pal, but this is why you buy 2 spots.
AFC West, yeah.
AFC West, that last
not
spot.
Not a bad consolation, the Hall of Famer.
Great consolation right there. Josh says awesome. No, Josh, you are the awesome one. Go tell your brother Bo. He's like, guess what? your jersey that you wear every Sunday is all right, but Charlie Joyner's jersey that I just got is way better than yours. So let Bo know.
Speaking of the Broncos,
yes.
They're 8-2, and you can only play the teams in front of you, and you don't have to apologize for your record in the National Football League.
Some people will try to make you.
They have been involved now in 2 fraud football games this season.
That's so.
The London game against the Jets and this Thursday night against the Raiders.
And you don't want to include,
and of course,
the Giants game in there.
No, that was actually I would actually argue that game was enjoyable at the end. That game became enjoyable football at the end. These 2 games was like I couldn't recognize what was going on. It wasn't football.
That's when you grab the rusty spoon out from the drawer and you start just gauging your eye sockets out with it, watching it. That game had more penalties than first downs in that game on Thursday night. Yeah.
It was crazy. I only watched for fantasy purposes.
I'm assuming Troy Franklin and was Troy Franklin your starting lineup?
Yeah.
Oh, let's go. He was one of 2 guys that actually had double-digit fantasy points.
Yeah.
Him and Ashton Genty were the only 2 guys.
Genty's on a different team, but Troy Franklin in my starting lineup. Yep.
There you go. So congratulations to you, Mr. Nix. Also, any relation to Jason Nix at all, former White Sox utility player? Now that I would believe. That I would definitely believe. Nobody's out here talking about Jason Nix jerseys, unfortunately. So Charlie Joyner jersey. So 13 total jerseys left. 7 headliners left available. Chinmay?
Yeah.
Still intact. New York Knicks. Bob Boulay chiming in. It's always a good Saturday morning when Bob Boulay chimes in. Good morning, Jersey Slime. So that's some good Jersey Slime right there.
Yeah.
In Charlie Joyner. I love to see a good throwback jersey. A vintage jersey. Now, that is something that you hang up proudly as a part of your PC. I know Chinmay just alluded to the fraudulent, cover your ears, Broncos fans, fraudulent Denver Broncos 2 victories this season. And I can't even call Chinmay out for that because
I'm not saying the Broncos are frauds.
They're offenses.
I'm not even saying I'm down on Bo Nix because I still can't get his Auburn days out of my head. So I like I'm lower on him than most people. I'm not even saying that the Broncos are frauds. I just think those 2 particular games were fraudulent for like being marketed as football games to us. Like they weren't football games. They were something.
You're telling me Geno Smith and Bo Nix in primetime doesn't wet your beak?
They were something. They weren't football games. That's all I'll say.
I was working Thursday afternoon and I came back and I was planning on watching that on Thursday night, but again, I had a very sick girlfriend to attend to, so I was out there doing my best boyfriendly duties.
Hopefully she's doing better.
So she is. She's feeling much better. Thank you, man. She's probably tuning in right now, so she'll appreciate the kind sentiments. So I was doing the best, and also not getting sick. I had the mask on. I was totally sanitized and sterile. Don't worry about that. I'm very good to go. Right. I'm very good to go. Nothing to worry about that. But I couldn't even. I checked the box score of that game. I think halfway through the third, I was like, I'm not touching this.
And how crazy is it though? Like we're bad mouthing this game, but yet because of fantasy football, I watched the whole thing. I watched the whole thing because of fantasy football.
That's how powerful.
And I'm sure I wasn't alone in that. That's how crazy the NFL is. That's how crazy good the NFL product is. And the introduction of fantasy football has helped the NFL so much that people are not only watching these bad games, but they're watching them for much longer than they would otherwise. Like if I had no fantasy purposes to watch the game, I would have stopped watching.
You know what my favorite thing is about, and you guys can see this as well because I have this pulled up on the randomizer for you folks at home. You know, they have the Gamecast button, they have the box score button, and for some reason they have the highlights button here. I wonder if I click the highlights button if nothing will pop up. Because there were a
couple touchdowns, right? So the touchdowns should pop up.
Yeah, just these two QB performances. Both had 16 total completions. Gino for 143 yards, Bo Nix for 150. Yeah, J.K. Dobbins was actually, his yards per carry was okay, but he did have 77 on the ground. The Raiders they're so clunky. Their offensive game script has just been a total disaster class all season, outside of a historic day from Brock Bowers the week prior. And obviously they had a phenomenal game from Trey Tucker.
Sure.
I think in week 3 of the year. It has been just a complete disaster class. For Pete Carroll and Geno Smith in their first year in Las Vegas. So I think we've touched enough about Thursday Night Football, but you guys know what time
talked
is.
Enough about that.
I missed everything after the jersey pull. First time in here. Do you need anything from me?
No.
We need you to keep playing in those breaks, my man. Keep the iron hot while you're striking it.
Yeah, we don't need any information from you other than what you entered into your account. That's all that's all we've got. Our shipping department will take care of it.
Yeah.
That jersey will be on its way to you. Appreciate you stopping by and keep the wins coming.
I like to use this analogy quite a lot, Chin May.
We got 3 to go in the next jersey break.
Let's do it. So hopefully, Josh, you're right back in there, my man, looking for a headliner pull this time. We went into this last weekend, actually. We both have our own specialty stories for this, but I like to use this break room as an analogy for playing blackjack at a casino. The one thing that you have when you're playing blackjack at a casino is that the worst feeling you have is watching all your buddies get hot at the same time and you're on the outside looking in. But if you're lucky enough to sit in there and you get a hot hand and you win 1 or 2 hands against the house being us, you want to sit at that table. You want to keep going and continue to hit your luck, right? You don't want to stop when you're winning. You don't want to stop when you're ahead. So keep going, keep playing until it's like, okay, you know, my roll is starting to be slowed down, so now I can sit back and cool it off. But we see it all the time. You've even seen the chat this morning glossing over what Daniel Sandel did. He won that double up just now with the Jahmyr Gibbs and the Kobe White ball. Apparently, he had a lot of success in a quad box last night. Yeah. So he had a big time success in a quad last night. So, you know, sometimes when you're hot, you're hot.
Yeah, and I would argue that the break room is actually you can skew things more in your favor versus blackjack or a casino game because you can buy multiple spots. You can buy out an entire break. You can buy out a personal for yourself if you don't even want to deal with the randomizer. So there are many ways to keep it going in the break room that isn't just, you know, as random as the blackjack hot hands. So I would argue that this is more fruitful for you.
Way better.
In terms of just keeping your luck going. 1 to go in that jersey break.
Let's do it. You know what casinos don't offer you? Chance at your money back in the terms of casino credit. Yes. We got UA credit here, which you were mentioning, with the randomizer and the chase wheel spins. So we're 1 to go on those jerseys. We're going to do that jersey break, but you guys know what time it is. We can't forget about this, Chin May. He's already smiling about it. Right there, you're going to have to put on your old-time reading glasses. We can trash that one. To read this one. We're going to have to, but this is just a receipt, literal proof of what Chinmay and I got going on here. These are our weekly Saturday picks, getting you ready for the Week 10 slate, which is, Lord Almighty, I hope is better than the Thursday night game. Hopefully it's better for Chinmay and myself. So I came in 13-12 into the week last week. Chinmay was at 500 at 12-12, and we both had the same result. We both went 1-2. So we're going to get into this jersey break in just a second, guys. But before we do, I'm just going to do a recap of week number 9. So I'll go through my stuff first. So the Seattle Seahawks, we took at 2.5. Now, for those that are just seeing this for the first time, Chinmay and I, obviously we do this as a gentlemanly head-to-head thing. We're going to see where our records are by the end of the year. So we're going to keep track of that. But we also take these lines that are set on ESPN Bet. Chinmay uses DraftKings as his. I think we have to officially use DraftKings now.
Yeah. I think we have to officially use DraftKings after the news. Yeah, ESPN Bet is not going to exist in a couple weeks.
Oh, that's right. That's right.
And ESPN and DraftKings are are the partners now. So I think we have to use the DraftKings lines.
That's right. So there you go. Okay, so DK is going to be ready to go. So I'm going to have to start pulling that up now. So
the lines are usually similar. I got it over here. So
awesome. Perfect.
It's usually similar, yeah.
All right, perfect. Very cool. So Seattle on Sunday night dominated the Commanders. Sam Darnold had a perfect passer rating in the first half of that game. Sam Darnold, MVP considerations? Anybody?
It's getting there.
He's scary good.
It's getting there.
He is scary good. You know who wasn't scary good in the fourth quarter of their game last week? I still can't believe I didn't cover this. Cincinnati plus 2.5 because they
could have won. They could have won the game
because the Bengals are putting out a Pop Warner defense for the 9th consecutive week. Bengals fans out there, normally I apologize for roasting a franchise. You guys know that I'm taking a mildly.
Did you see what
that was horrendous, dude?
Did you see what Chase Brown said after the game? And Chase Brown has been in the break room quite a bit. He's often a hidden gem in the minis or in the diamonds. We've seen Chase Brown a lot. Chase Brown basically said like, I'll pull up the exact quote, but he basically said like, like it's all about playing complementary football, and we gotta, like, our defense has gotta basically, when you're at that point, like you just gotta take care of it. And apparently, like, that was too much criticism. Apparently, like Zach Taylor basically said like, I wish that Chase Brown had not said that. And it was like, what?
Yeah, I know. Well,
he gave up 47 points.
It's that unspoken written rule in the locker room.
You missed four tackles.
Yeah.
On basically what was the final play of the game.
Look, he's saying what everybody else was thinking as a spectator. And look, when he's not out in the backfield behind Joe Flacco, guess what he is? He's a spectator on the sideline, just like everybody else in that stadium that watched that collapse on Sunday afternoon. So Chase Brown, unfortunately, because he is one of the men employed on the team, because he is a starter and a serious player in that locker room, his voice carries some serious weight. So I understand Zach Taylor's point of view on it. You don't want to necessarily make it look like you're throwing your guys under the bus, even though clearly all season long Cincinnati's defense has been throwing themselves and the team under the bus. Cincinnati is 3-6 because of that defense alone. They are a bottom 3 defense according to every metric across the league. And yeah, 47 points put up by the Chicago Bears. Cincinnati did not cover. Dallas Cowboys. I faded my own team in the reverse jinx work, baby. The reverse jinx work. Jacoby Brissett and company just keep on going. The Brissett level offense by the Cardinals just continues to shine in a 27-17 victory. So Marvin Harrison Jr. with a breakout game after his father had some very not so kind words about the Arizona Cardinals offense. And for Chinmay's picks, he chose the primetime game, which he smacked on. It was a very, very good pick. I was very high on it at the time. Mm-hmm. It was the primetime Sunday afternoon slate between Mahomes and Allen. We talked about it. Anytime that you can get 2 powerhouse teams, and if there's a powerhouse team with points getting it at home, you got to take them. And that's exactly what happened. The Bills moved to 4-1 at home. They cover plus 1.5. Detroit Lions to cover by 10 points. They lost by 3. That was a very frustrating game. They could never consistently get their offense jump-started. Had some turnovers in that game. And McCarthy came up clutch in that game as well for Minnesota towards the tail end of that game. Detroit lost outright as 10-point dogs. We saw a lot of upsets going across the NFL. And then the Chargers. They won, but did not cover. Good teams win, Chinmay, but as we know, great teams cover.
Yeah.
If I were you, you got to stay away from Tennessee games, man. It seems like Tennessee games, they have been your Achilles heel on these picks. Whether you take them, whether you fade them, whatever it might be. Tennessee falls to 1-8. Chargers move to an impressive 6-3.
The Titans are on a bye this week, so I can't pick their game.
You're guaranteed 2-1 coming up this week for sure. So Chinmay going into this week is 13-14, and I am 14-14. So I got about a half game lead up on my man. So let's see what we got here in the break room right now. If we got that jersey break, we'll do that. And then we will close into going into our picks. But it is sold out.
Okay.
So the jerseys are indeed sold out. So we're going to have our second jersey break. Thank you very much, everybody. Appreciate that. As you know, that the headliners are still intact. 7 headliners. 13 total boxes, so better than a 50% chance thanks to that Charlie Joyner secondary headliner poll. And Josh, I'm assuming this has to be one of Josh's first plays in this break room, right?
Yeah.
I haven't seen Josh quite a bit here, yeah. So that just goes to show you how good the level of jerseys, the level of lids that we have available, just the memorabilia in general here in the Ultimate Autographs live break room. We have a zero scrub policy. We have all pros, Hall of Famers, and the hidden gems, the secondary headliners, guys that would be considered some of the best players of all time and secondary headliners. It's pretty fantastic stuff. Like, for example, half and half authentics. Rondé Barber as a secondary headliner in there. One of the best defensive backs of his generation, a Hall of Famer in his own right, a part of the 2002 Tampa Bay Buccaneers squad. How about Warren Moon, the first ever African-American quarterback inducted into the Pro Football Hall of Fame? He was an MVP in the CFL. He was an MVP in the NFL. We have him on multiple different items. We have him on the Vikings, the Seahawks, the Chiefs, the Oilers. He was a stud everywhere he played. He's a secondary headliner. For goodness sake, we have Lawrence Taylor as a secondary headliner in the All-Pro Series, the D-GOAT. He said, missed my chance on this jersey breaks one fast.
All right, yep.
Good thing for you.
There'll be another one.
I was going to say, good thing for you. There's still going to be 12 boxes after this.
Yep, there's going to be another one coming. So, yeah, keep your eyes open for that. But, yeah, that jersey break is ready to go.
Thank you very much, my man. So names are in the randomizer. One jersey number. One jersey number, please. Feel free to drop that in there. Jim, Aaron, Cece, Dale, or Michael. Yeah, Foogie said, don't worry, get in the next one. Foog Donner. Everybody, follow my man Foog. He knows where to go. Especially for all the good Steelers stuff. Foogie, looking at you, my man. Looking at you to go out to and attack some of these Steeler items we may have. And just looking at some of the headliners here.
TJ Watt jersey?
Yeah. Yeah, get yourself another TJ Watt jersey. There's nothing wrong with that. Watch it come out here. You know what? Just because you mentioned it, that's going to be my guess. I think TJ Watt's going to come out in this next one. Just call it a hunch.
Prediction.
Just call it a hunch.
So, yeah, while we wait on the number.
Wheel.
Okay.
Thank you, Dale. Appreciate it, Mr. Severance. Appreciate it, my man.
Yeah, so the quote was from Chase Brown.
As you were saying.
He said, someone asked him, like, how do you react to this game or whatever? He said, just don't turn on each other. We know they can play. They, referring to the defense, they played really well at the start of the season, and they were carrying us on their back. Now that the offense is stepping up, we got to play complementary football. We put the ball in the end zone and go up a point at the end, finish the bleeping game, just end it. That's all we need to do. Just end the bleeping game, make them give us the ball back, go into victory and end the game. That's how I feel. And Zach Taylor basically said, that's not how we want to react. And one of our best players, one of our most high character players, I think in a moment of frustration said that. I don't expect that to happen again. Now, to follow that up, Taylor also said that he takes exception to such comments from players who are also not doing everything they can to help the team win, because Brown apparently had a drop and had some miscommunication on pass protections that took points off the board, and the Bengals had to settle for a field goal. So Zach Taylor was upset at what Chase Brown did, and then ended up doing the same thing.
And did the same thing, yeah. That is what we call not great leadership. that is this week's NFL shacking a fool moment right there for you. Doug, buddy, Dale, do you want me to just spin the wheel from where we are at right now, or would you like to start on a particular number, my friend, for the wheel? Feel free to let me know. If not, I'll start at the good old numero uno. Bob, as always, the very knowledgeable Bob Boulay with some 2025 hockey trivia. I'm not going to read the question in my head, Bob, because I already know I'm not going to know it. Which team has the worst home record so far in the NHL? Which team has the best road record so far in the NHL? You're a Rangers fan, correct, Bob? Mm-hmm. So I'm assuming one of these two have to do with the Rangers related, possibly?
I think he's a Devils fan.
Is he a Devils fan? Okay. Start at 28. Sounds good. So I'll start at 28 for you, my man. And spin that right around. Speaking of, by the way, I just want to get a quick ticker check. Do you mind? It's going to be box number 10, by the way, Chinmay. So I'm going to take both. Answer to both. New York Rangers. Hey, there we go.
We don't have 10, but we do have 12 is the closest.
12 is the closest. Sounds good. Thank you. So 12 is going to be that. So I'm going to take 12, and then 28, correct, was the other jersey box from earlier?
No. 28 is still available.
What was the other jersey from before? Thank you, sir. Appreciate it. No, thank you, Dale. Thank you for the drop in there. The Charlie Joyner box, is that still over by you? Yeah. Just real quick. 25, thank you. And then those two boxes down on the floor right by you as well.
11 and 28.
11 and 28.
For the Weekend Warrior.
Thank you. So going to update that ticker real quick for you guys before we get this jersey break. So 1 through 10 is good. And then
half season plan at MSG and quarter season plan at Prudential. That's the way to do it.
Yeah. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. Okay, ticker is now updated for you folks. Thank you, everybody. Awesome. All right. Division alignment time. Uh-oh. What happened here? Oh. That's odd. There we go. I was like, what the? Everybody disappeared. It's like a magic trick. Aaron Custer in the NFC North. CC Holler in the NFC South. Dale Severance in the NFC East and West. A little box magic. And it might work in your favor. You got the Deion Sanders. Got the Emmitt Smith in those divisions. And the Joe Montana out of the NFC West for the 49ers. Oh, this might be Dale's day. Jim Atkins in the AFC North and South. CC Holler in the AFC East. And Michael Edius in the AFC West. Man, that's actually nice. The half season and a quarter season plan. That sounds nice. Having season tickets to go watch some great hockey action.
Yeah,
hockey's such a fun environment. Have you ever been up against the glass at a hockey game?
I have not,
dude. It is.
I plan on doing it though.
It is unbelievably fun. I've gone to I'm a guy that'll go to a Blackhawks game once every 4 to 5 years. Mm-hmm. You know, it's because I'm just not that level of hockey fan. But when I go, I make sure to make as good of a time out of it as I can. So. Somebody is going to have themselves. Well, this is a nice one. This is a nice one. You're going to respect this one, buddy. You're going to like this one quite a bit. We're going to have another throwback today. We're going to be taking a trip up north. Former Pro Bowler, former Super Bowl champion running back for the Green Bay Packers. It's going to be a guy who doing his one Pro Bowl season. Ran for over 1,400 yards on the ground, had 2,000-yard rushing seasons. Chinmay, this is going to hit you right at home, buddy. This guy was known as the Horse.
Yeah.
It is number 25, Mr. Dorsey Levens. Very, very cool. The Super Bowl champion inscription, the JSA certification card as well. One of the more creative custom signatures that I have seen. Very, very nice.
Dorsey was kind of at the end of his tenure when I really started getting into Packers fandom beyond just Brett Favre. Like I knew Brett Favre and nobody else, right? Brett Favre was the only guy I cared about. But then as I started getting more into football, more into sports, learning some of these other guys, Dorsey was kind of at the end of his tenure when I really started doing that. Amon Green was the Packers running back my first jersey was Amon Green jersey.
That's really cool.
Yeah.
You want to hear a crazy thing? So my first recollection...
I still have it. It doesn't fit me anymore, obviously, but I still have it.
My first memory of actually football in general, I was really young, and I was an active gaming kid. I'm still an active, very avid gamer to this day. But my first real console that I had besides the PS2 was a Game Boy Color. Mm-hmm. And I had Madden 04 for my Game Boy Color, and I would always use the Packers for some reason.
Okay.
So I would use Ahman Green, Brett Favre, Donald Driver, Bubba Franks. That was that team, man. That was a team for me that I really, really liked using on Madden. So, call me a millennial for using some of my favorite things relating it to technology and video games. But
hey,
yeah.
No generational shame here.
And now I'm here talking about Ahman Green here at the Ultimate Autographs Live Break Room 20 years later.
Yeah.
So. It's funny how those things come full circle. So congratulations to you, Aaron Custer, on the Dorsey Levens hit. The Horse. Very, very nice hit. So 2 hidden gems. Yeah. One a Super Bowl champ, one a Hall of Famer. Charlie Joyner and Dorsey Levens. There you go. Sure, you like that. This
The inscription is one I haven't seen on the
that's awesome
jersey yet.
That's a great inscription, man. Very nice. Get rid of those now before Josh Nix gets back in so he can get a headliner. There you go. A little bit of pep in your step there, Josh. So
is this the turkey costume?
That is indeed the turkey costume. It's a blow up turkey costume. Yeah. He's got inflatable legs that flip out to the side, the tail feathers, and yeah, as you're gonna put it on, right?
No.
I was gonna say,
it does have some weight to it. Never mind.
I was gonna say I don't know how that. Yeah, Robbie wore that for an entire afternoon show yesterday. I don't know how he did it. He would sit in the chair. Yeah.
It's It's like a tarp. It's got some weight to it.
All right, guys, just a quick rundown of the break room. We're pretty wide open all across the board here. Those jerseys already bought back into it. 7 and 8 spots remaining to go. So I'm going to do a quick rundown of the break room in just a quick moment because Sidney, he's got it pulled up over there. I saw the DK tab that he was looking at. And yeah, that's crazy, man. You are 100% right about that. That totally went over my head about the ESPN bet situation. Not advertised anymore under their score bugs. So yeah, I'm gonna have to do the same thing over here, my man. So I'm gonna give you the honorary first pick, of course. So you're going into this week again 13 and 14. I am 14 and 14. So again, it was quite a while where you were boat lapping me in this race, and then I was
like maybe a couple weeks.
I was slowly creeping in the rearview mirror, and now we've been driving at the same pace. We're going the speed limit right now for the last few weeks. So somebody's got to separate at some point. So let's see how 100% this goes.
Agree.
First pick of week 10.
First pick of week 10. I'm gonna say, this team made a lot of moves at the trade deadline. And I've already backed them once in a potentially freaky game, and they came out on top. So might as well do it again. They're at home. It's a bad AFC North team that they're playing. Everything's just lining up. I'm going to take Jets plus 1.5 against the Browns.
Jets plus 1.5 against the Browns. Okay, so we got ourselves the all respect the Suns. We got the toilet bowl going.
The total for that game is 37.5, by the way, which is tied for the lowest number on this week's slate.
So your rationale, my friend, for backing the Jets at plus 1.5.
Yeah, I just think they're two bad teams and somebody has to win, and the Jets need some kind of momentum. So I'll take the Jets.
You are not wrong on that. It's been a very turbulent year for the Jets. They're coming out. This is going to be their first week without Sauce Gardner and Quentin Williams. To say the least, it's been a very, very rough go of it. Look at this. Now we're back up here with now they got the spreads up here. So all right. So on here I got 2.5. So I'll give you the 2.5 if you want. You want to take the 1.5?
1.5.
Gotcha.
Do the 1.5.
Sounds good. He's a confident man, guys. He's a confident man. A lot of conviction in these picks. So sounds good. 1.5. So 13 and 14. New York Jets plus 1.5. Good way to start us off. A combined 3 and 13 with a total under 40. Doug said, yeah, toilet bowl for sure. Yeah, to say the least. So, again, we got some really, really good games going on this week up on the slate. So, man, this is where things get tough. Things get very, very tough. Yeah, 4.5 is such an odd number.
Yeah.
Very, very odd number. There's some very suspicious ones. I'm going to... Now, they're coming off of a high of highs. Their best win of the season, I would say, this last week. And I'm backing the team that got you your one and only dub last week. They're going to be going on the road against a team that they have terrorized in the Josh Allen era. I'm going to back the Bills on a high number here at 8.5.
Yeah, it's 9.5 at DK, but you can take the 8.5.
8.5?
Yeah,
okay.
You can take the 8.5.
So I'm going to take Buffalo. Appreciate that at minus 8.5. Going into Hard Rock Stadium down in Miami. Look, Mike McDaniel, I think he's a dead man walking, unfortunately, throughout the rest of the season. Chris Greer just got the boot, the Dolphins GM this past week.
Yeah.
It's been a very unfortunate and turbulent season down in Miami, and I think that this is an opportunity for Buffalo where now some will scream trap game, trap game, trap game. Josh Allen, for whatever reason, whenever he gets
the
down...
Dolphins is never a trap game.
Yeah, exactly. Whenever he plays Miami, whether it's in Buffalo, whether it's down in Florida, I mean, there's a clock that goes on in his head where it's
that team is not the trap. For them, the trap game has been the Patriots.
The Patriots, yeah. So when it comes to playing Miami, it's like must destroy Dolphins, and he goes full Terminator mode, and he shows the MVP caliber quarterback that he is. So I think that they cover this comfortably. I think that they win by 2 scores. James Cook, everybody's supposed to be healthy on the offensive side of the ball for the Bills, and the Bills have, I would say, sneakily have had a very good defense so far this year.
Yeah.
They've been an upper echelon defense in the league. I think that was their biggest question coming into the year. And there's nobody outside of Devon Achane. If you slow down Devon Achane for the Miami offense, I think that they'll be fine. So, so the Jets plus 1.5, Buffalo minus 8.5. Sidney, pick numero dos, my friend.
This team was coming off a big win last week, one of their best wins of the season, and they cost me a game last week, I believe. But I'm going to bet against them this time around as well. I'm going to go with Ravens -3.5 over the Minnesota Vikings. Is it 3.5 or is it 4? Is it 4.5 over there? 3.5.
Which one again?
Ravens Vikings.
Ravens Vikings. I have it at 4.5.
Okay, we'll do 4.5.
Are you sure you did take 3.5?
We'll do 4.5. It's one. Okay, I'll take 3.5.
3.5, and you're backing Baltimore.
Baltimore. Yes.
Okay, Baltimore 3.5. Baltimore why?
Fugi is saying all field goals in the Jets and Browns game.
Yeah. So what I would say,
Very possible.
So start either their kickers or take the under or both. in that situation. Yeah. I would agree. Yeah, the Dylan Gabriel versus is Justin Fields slated to start?
Fields, yeah.
Yeah, Fields is slated to go again. Yeah. So Baltimore 3.5 over Minnesota. Why?
Lamar Jackson is back.
Yes, he is.
He looked the part in the Thursday night game against the Dolphins. Had a little bit of that mini bye. More time for their defense to continue to get healthy. I think they have a great plan in place to slow down Justin Jefferson, JJ McCarthy, and JJ. He's had some good moments. He really has.
Yes.
But the consistency just hasn't been there for long stretches. So even though the Vikings are at home, I'm going to go with Baltimore as the favorite here.
The health hasn't been there, though, as well for McCarthy. So
right.
Obviously out all of his entire rookie year. I don't think he was not going to play in front of Sam Darnold anyway. He was going to get the first team reps.
Sure.
And then we all saw what he had in his all-pro caliber season last year, his Pro Bowl level season with Sam Darnold. But now, again, like we've been saying, inconsistencies with JJ McCarthy's game. But again, on the Ravens side of it, look, it's harder for them to get unhealthier and unluckier than they already have been. So they are getting healthier on both sides of the ball. And like you said, with Lamar Jackson back, that totally turns the tide in their script to them becoming one of the better looking offenses in the entire NFL. That total is projected to be around 50. They expect some points to be put up on the board. And here's the thing. If you're Brian Flores, you're going to try to keep Lamar Jackson in the pocket and contain him. Well, guess what? He's been the best pocket passer by quarterback rating over the last 2 seasons. Yeah. So he has really elevated himself into one of the more elite passers in the game. So if Baltimore can put up points, I think that they can cover that 3.5 pretty well. So quick question for you, my man. Over there on DK, what's the number that you have for Indianapolis and Atlanta?
6.5.
I have 6.5 as well.
Colts are 6.5 point favorites.
I'm going against the grain because the Berlin games are odd. Now I would have preferred the spread to be at 9.99. Okay, that was terrible. Even I usually don't mind my stupid puns, but at Olympic Stadium in Berlin, I'm going to be backing the Falcons. I think that again, this is a neutral sided game, and this, in all honesty, these are the types of games. We're in Week 10 at 3-5 in the NFC. The Falcons are playing for their season. Yeah, this is their season defining game. If they move to 4-5. They're still in contention for a wild card spot. I don't think that they can keep pace with Tampa Bay. As even though Mike Evans is out for the season, they're starting to get healthier on their offensive side of the ball. Minus Mike Evans, Godwin is supposed to be back and healthy. Ibuka is getting over that hamstring injury. But anyways, getting back to the Falcons side of this thing here. Again, this is a do or die game for them. I like backing teams in these types of scenarios, and I think that they have the offense to keep pace with Daniel Jones, Jonathan Taylor, and company. However, Atlanta's run defense has been horrendous all season long.
Yeah, it's not been good.
I don't worry about Daniel Jones from the pocket point of view. If they can limit Taylor to like 1 touchdown, maybe even 2, okay. But you can't have a patented 3-touchdown Taylor performance. But I'm going to take Atlanta here, shockingly, against 6.5.
Our newbie, Josh, is a Colts fan.
Oh, he's not going to like that.
And he's not happy with Rob.
I'm done with you all.
Yeah, not happy with Rob.
Hey, look, you know what, Josh? Here, I'll make you a deal, my man. If you want to be a consistent regular, if you are going to be here next Saturday, if the Colts cover against the Atlanta Falcons, I will sing your guys' chance song.
Wow.
Thanks to that. This is our Colts. I will do a rendition of that for you live on air next Saturday morning. So
if the Colts cover,
not if they win. By 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, they got to cover 6.5 for that to happen. I'll make a virtual handshake deal with you, my friend.
This is the most invested I've been in a Berlin game ever.
I'm a man of my word
because of this now,
and I'm already starting to regret my pick slightly. But that's how much I like Josh. He seems like a wonderful guy. Seems like he's going to be a regular with us for a long time. And honestly, with a deal like that, I think why wouldn't you want to come back?
Yeah.
So we got one more pick to go each. Jets plus 1.5 for Chinmay and minus
He says
3.5.
deal. He's in.
He said, all right, deal. Let's do it. Okay, so I'll make sure to drink a lot of hot tea next Saturday morning, just in case. So I already feel like I'm regretting it. But all right, so pick number 3 for you, Chinmay.
A lot of good options on this slate, honestly.
This slate, I definitely feel better about than last week.
A lot of intriguing picks.
That's for sure.
I just can't trust, man. There's 2 games that I'm leaning towards. I can't trust a backup quarterback on an already bad Houston offense. I just can't do it. I'll take the Jaguars minus 1.5 against the Texans.
Yeah,
I can't trust the Jags really either, but I can't trust a backup for Houston.
That's one of those games that I was looking at where it's like I can't touch this because I can't get a read on it.
This is tied. This is tied with Jets Browns for the lowest total.
37.5.
Yeah.
Yeah. So Davis Mills and Trevor Lawrence, be there. Be square.
Yeah. Be there and you will become a square.
Yeah, no, I don't think you're going to have to sweat any. Please just don't touch the over in that game. Is all I would say. So you want to talk about a field goal game there, Fugi? That is the definition of a field goal game coming up.
I actually think the Houston kicker is also hurt.
Cam Little's going to be kicking 70-yarders all day in Houston. Yeah. So officially coming off the record-breaking kick that he had last week. Whew. Okay, so New York Jets plus 1.5, Baltimore minus 3.5, Jacksonville minus 1.5 for Chinmay. I got Buffalo by 8.5 and Atlanta covering 6.5. So might want to look for something a little bit more in between. I've taken a look at a couple here, and that Monday night game, big test for you guys.
Massive test. I will say,
huge test.
Packers play to the level of their competition, good or bad.
I'm going to fade that game respectfully.
Yeah, no, I'm not touching that game.
I would lean Green Bay, but I'm going to go to the primetime game the night before. I had success at the Sunday night game last week. I'm going to keep it rolling. I think we're going to start seeing a slide in the Steel City. Sorry, I know. My guys this morning, Josh, I just dropped the load all over your Colts. Fugi, keep your ears covered. I'm doing the same to your Steelers here. Look, I understand the Chargers. It's a neutral sided game. I understand they don't have a real home field advantage. Fine. But they are trending in the right direction where I could see Pittsburgh is starting to slide in the other. Yeah. So I'm going to back the Chargers at home regardless. I got to go from the East Coast to the West Coast. Again, time zone change. It's a real thing. Travel is a real thing. I'm going to back Justin Herbert and the Chargers in primetime on Sunday night. I think that the Steelers had a primetime situation go for them last week in a game that they desperately needed to win.
What's the number there?
2.5.
Okay, it's 3 at DK, but we'll give you the 2.5. I was going to say we'll take the 2.5 because I don't like the push factor. So
all right, sounds good.
Yeah,
so
we
got
2.5.
Yeah, there you go. So that's going to wrap that up for Chinmay and I's week 10. Already in week 10, my man, crazy. Yeah. Week 10 picks. And we're looking to get back over the 500 mark, guys. So make sure to tune in with that. So let's get ourselves back into the break room.
We are actually 4 to go in this diamond double.
Ooh, okay. Who got into that?
So Dale Severn's got into the diamond double. So we're 4 to go on that.
Let's go, Dale.
We're still, haven't seen much more of this Weekend Warrior. Only the Gibbs headliner game. There's still a couple speed flexes sitting there, not to mention a bunch of jerseys.
All the speed flexes.
Yeah, and the price point, I mean, for 65 for a single, that's practice squad level price point.
It is.
For 1 and 4 level headliners. So this is a bit interesting, but we've always talked about this. Get in now so that when more people start filtering through later in the day, you already have your spot. So that when they start closing out these breaks, you have the opportunity.
Exactly. And that's the way that you have to approach it, guys. Don't take a look at, there's 8 spots left or 7 spots left. I'm not going to see my break anytime soon. That, unfortunately, is one of the least successful ways that you can manage and play the break room because you got to be in it to win it. You got to pay to play. If you see an item that you like up on the screen, I can guarantee you that there were a lot of people that peeped at that Weekend Warrior series that would have loved to have added that Jahmyr Gibbs Authentic to their collection as a photo headliner for just $65, and now it has gone by the boards. So still chasing a win for the weekend. Let's get them diamonds. Yep. Shout out to Dale, man. Let's support our guy, Dale. I got the diamonds pulled up for my man right here. We have 3 photoed headliners left available, guys. The Edgerrin James, the Baker Mayfield Speed Flex, again, $206 in the double, $103 for the single. And then we have Javonte Williams as a secondary headliner. Now, Javonte Williams is interesting because we don't know if that'll be a Denver Broncos hit or a Dallas Cowboys hit.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see.
I would assume it's Denver.
I'm guessing it's a Cowboys hit, actually.
You're going to guess it's a Cowboys? Okay.
Yeah, we get a lot of Cowboys lids, and I'm guessing it's a Cowboys hit.
Okay.
Josh, by the way, yes, you still are in that half and half single from yesterday.
Very cool. So the half and half have not touched upon
Has not moved a lot. There's 7 spots to go in that single, 7 spots to go in that quad, actually.
Is he in the double?
No, he's in the single. He is in the single. Yeah, but right now he's the only one in there. So that one is not moved as much as some of these other series, but plenty of stuff still left in that half and half. I believe half authentic, half rep.
Got to help out our guy. Yeah,
is the reason for the half and half.
And let's do it for not only for Josh to help him out. Let's help out our guy Chinmay as well. You guys got to feel the love this morning.
Oh yeah,
with J-Lo. Jordan Love, we just talked about it when talking about
the all green. The all green, let's go.
On the all green as well. Yeah, very nice, authentic there for Mr. Jordan Love. J-Lo 10, and one of my favorite signatures in the room. Of course, he signs it with this patented heart. His J Hart signature, J Hart 10. He's gonna look. We don't have to touch upon what happened against Carolina. He's had some very.
We can touch upon it.
He has. You're very more graceful than Dom Pellegrini is when talking about the Packers. He was not very receptive to that when I was with Dom on Tuesday.
Okay.
But
yeah,
and you said, look, you've said it all year long. You've been very consistent on the stance that again, Green Bay has played down to its level of competition. Now, all credit in the world to Carolina. Carolina's
they've played
5-4.
to the level. They've played to the level of competition.
Yeah, exactly.
Like if it's a good team, they'll play very well.
Yeah.
If it's a bad team, they'll play poorly.
So by that, I would be expecting a bounce back patented Jordan Love type of performance because I am more positive, more pro Jordan Love than I think some people in the media might be. I think that Jordan Love is an upper echelon quarterback in this league. And look, for getting him at a price point, guys, he is a young ascending quarterback for just $122, 7 spots left available on the all green authentic. Now, I know that there's that Green Bay Packers stat out there that Favre won his first at 27.
Yeah.
Rodgers won his first at 27. Jordan Love is 27 years old. And
hopefully we keep it rolling.
There's no reason why you can. You have the coaching. You have the talent on both sides of the football. It's just a matter of the consistency and piecing it all together.
It's really just putting it all together week after week and building to that playoff spot. It just isn't there every week. That's the problem. And like championship caliber teams have it every week for long stretches against bad teams too. Like I think the frustrating thing for Packers fans, it's not the record. Right, because they've played good teams this season, right? Like, you're going to lose games to good teams. That's going to happen. I think it's just the manner in which the Packers have gotten to this record is the frustrating part. Because the 2 losses are to the Browns and the Panthers, and the tie is to the Cowboys. Those are all teams that if you consider yourself to be a Super Bowl contender, those are all teams that you should have beaten.
100%. And I mean, obviously in the NFC East.
Straight up.
And in the NFC with it being so wide open to going through Lambeau in December and January, that is a very tough task.
It's a difficult place.
That's something that you want on your side. Exactly. And there are some other tough places to play throughout the NFC as well. But I would say Lambeau just because of the outdoor conditions. And obviously that's a real thing. You have Josh Jacobs, one of the more durable bell cow backs on the ground. Once you can translate it to possibly being snowy, rougher conditions where throwing the ball through the air is not as much of a premium as if Detroit gets home field advantage and you have the luxury of playing at Ford Field throughout the playoffs where they have the home crowd to their side, they can lean into their offensive script way more. So again, that's very, very huge for you guys. However, if you do take down Philly, I think that can decide a number 1 seed type of scenario.
It could. And
going down
losing Tucker Kraft for the season hurts tremendously.
Luke Musgrave, where you at?
Got his next man up. It's a tough business. Tucker Kraft was on pace to have his best season and possibly be the best tight end in the league statistically. So big blow, but next man up. You gotta recover from it. Jaden Reed should be coming back soon. So hopefully that injects some life into the offense as well. But yeah, they got to figure it out. They can't be losing to these bad teams. And the Packers. The good thing for them is that most of their division games are coming up after the next couple weeks. That Thanksgiving game against Detroit is there. I believe they have a game. They have a game the week before against Minnesota.
Yeah,
which is their first division game since week 1 against Detroit. But then they have that Thursday Thanksgiving game against Detroit as well.
Still nothing against Chicago so far either.
Right. So all their division games are still ahead of them. So they have some time here to build the right habits.
Yeah.
Getting into that division slate, because those division games are at a premium.
And yes, good morning to you, Mr. Villafane. Good morning, gentlemen. Is that Dan Marino still in the jerseys? It is indeed, my friend. Not only is Dan Marino, but Deion Sanders, Emmitt Smith, Joe Montana, TJ Watt, and Aaron Donald. Want to just get back to those authentic half and halves as well. As we were going through that series, as there's nothing wrong with talking about our guy, Jordan Love. We love Jordan Love here in the break room. 7 spots to go in the quad, 8 to go in the double. 7 to go in that single. A lot of wiggle room to get into, guys. Get in those break spots as quickly as possible before they go in between the shows. We got about another 10 minutes before Chinmay and I possibly have to get off air. We're going to get into our Chase Wheel Spin for that Weekend Warrior double. I'm going to go back into that Weekend Warrior series at the end of this recap and rundown. But I want to get more Chase Wheel Spin spots for you guys before the end of the show and that Weekend Warrior series. Outside of Jordan Love in the series, we still got George Kittle. Talk about a team that can challenge the Packers for an NFC number 1 seed. San Francisco 49ers, as they get, and they've done this basically all without Brock Purdy.
Yeah.
Mac Jones, Kyle Shanahan just proves to be one of the best offensive minds in football. Doesn't matter what quarterback is in his system. We've seen him do it with Garoppolo. We've seen him do it with, oh my goodness, who am I forgetting? Obviously Brock Purdy. Unfortunately Trey Lance with injuries and other situations, we couldn't really see him tapping his potential at all. But he gets the most out of his quarterbacks. He raises the floor, raises the ceiling of every quarterback that's in his system. And he does certainly raise the floor of every player in his offense. George Kittle as well. He can do everything from run block, pass block. He can catch. As well, one of the more elite catchers of the football for tight ends in the NFL. So get him on the gold mine, as I like to call it, authentic for the 49ers. And you certainly can't miss this bad boy. Again, guys, this is I would say the prize gem, no offense, Jordan, of this photoed headliner. This is a Speedflex Calvin Johnson Megatron on the all-blue Detroit Lions Speedflex. We already got an all-blue up here in Jahmyr Gibbs.
Lions up here.
We got a modern-day Lions offensive grade. Why not get the second best, Detroit Lions offensive player of all time, in my opinion, in Calvin Johnson. Barry Sanders on the referral giveaway, number 1. I would say Calvin Johnson at his prime, probably number 2 for the Lions, the single-season receiving yards record holder in NFL history. Secondary headliners, nothing to snuff at either, guys. Rondé Barber and Warren Moon. Let's get a morning mooning going on. Get an early moon shining for you guys here this morning. So for those half and half series, guys, 16 total boxes left, 5 total headliners left to go. Those diamond doubles are still at 4. The All-Pro Series single is currently at 8 spots to go. That is the Terrell Davis Authentic, the Ray Lewis Speedflex, and Micah Parsons. Talked a lot about the Green Bay Packers. He's on his former team in the Dallas Cowboys. Still hard to believe that Micah Parsons is not a Dallas Cowboy. I know for you, you've already gotten used to him and the green and gold, but I think it's still a shock for most people because, hey, Quentin Williams.
For sure.
Quentin Williams, great run stopper. Awesome D tackle, but I think they'd much rather have the all-pro, all-world edge rusher and Micah Parsons. So, and look, Dallas, I'm not saying that Micah Parsons is necessarily the differentiator between multiple wins and losses, but we know the reason why Dallas is a 500 team and why they've lagged behind. Yeah. Outside of one down performance from Dak Prescott this year against Denver, he's been amazing. He's probably had the best year of his career outside of his rookie season when he led Dallas to 12 wins.
He had a few, I think it was 2023, he led the league in touchdown passes.
Yeah. You're right. In 23, had a great year in touchdown. Yeah, you're right. So one of the better years of his career coming off of that, what was that, an ankle injury that he had for Dak. So, but Micah Parsons, man, look how beautiful this is. This custom ripped Speedflex, the jet black visor, the number 11 on the back of the lid for number 11 in Mr. Micah Parsons. Very, very nice there. 8 spots to go, guys, in that all-pro single. Again, box number is 10 and 5. 5 headliners: Terrell Davis, Ray Lewis, Micah Parsons, Lawrence Taylor, and Patrick Peterson. My boy Pat Pete, the 8-time Pro Bowler. Weekend Warrior starting to get some movement, Chinmay. So 5 spots to go in the single, and then 7 spots to go in the double. For those that are just tuning in here at the Ultimate Autographs live break room this morning, Rob Hill right alongside you in the host chair. My man Chinmay to my left on the 1s and 2s this morning, doing an excellent job as always. On Facebook, YouTube, and Twitch. If you guys have to step away, maybe for about the next half an hour to 45 minutes, like Chinmay and I will coming up, make sure to tune into the afternoon show, which, by the way, get your break spots in now before you have to step away, especially for this Weekend Warrior series. It's in the title, y'all. This is a weekend exclusive series that we're starting here at Ultimate Autographs. There are a lot. Look, we have a lot of terrific regulars, but a lot of them are on a specific schedule, I would say, because from what I see, because I work quite a lot during the week as well. I'm here on Tuesday nights and then Thursday and Friday afternoons. So I understand the level of people, the level of eyeballs, and the consistent viewers that we have. We have a lot of different people that play on the weekends compared to the weekdays. So you guys that are here on the weekend, make sure to take advantage of this exclusive series. This is going on until tomorrow night at 6 o'clock. Whatever does not end up getting broken out by the end of Sunday night will carry on into next weekend. I want to make sure that
spots will carry over as well. So if you do buy in and it doesn't close out, those spots still do carry over. So 100%. Don't think like you lose out your spot. When you buy into a spot, that spot is guaranteed for that break. Even if it doesn't happen this weekend, it will carry over into next weekend. I haven't seen Michael Arnett in the chat at all, but the Jersey Personals did come in during this show. So my thinking is we do this right now and give people some opportunity to get into some of these other breaks. But I would just go to the wheel a couple times for Michael's 2 Jersey Personals. Yeah,
Michael, if you're out there, buddy, I'm just going to do a quick rundown on this Weekend Warrior, and then we'll wrap it up with the other 2 Jersey Personals. So if you're out there, buddy, I know that this is your first time buying into the break room. So with the on-air Jersey Personal, you are able to request a specific jersey number from the ones that we have available for you. But again, either way, this will be a nice surprise for him to have for his first 2 hits here at Ultimate Autographs. Every single photo headliner in this Weekend Warrior series is available outside of Jahmyr Gibbs. Jahmyr Gibbs and Kobe White, my sweet, sweet starting shooting guard of the Chicago Bulls. He was pulled as a hidden gem for the Chicago Bulls. So that was the only hits that we've had so far out of this Weekend Warriors series so far this morning. 28 total boxes left, 17 headliners. Justin Jefferson, Jonathan Taylor, both on flexes with Ilya Sorokin and Connor Hellebuck, the 2 former Vezina goaltenders for the New York Islanders and the Winnipeg Jets. Followed by some football mixed in between, man. We really mixed it up here as much as we possibly can. Derrick Henry, and Baker Mayfield. Both available. Derek on the flex, Baker on the authentic. And we got 3 star-studded basketballs down at the bottom. We already got 1 up here in Kobe White. Let's see 3 of the headliners. Victor Wembanyama, Cade Cunningham, and Trae Young. Followed by some of our great headliner jerseys. We've got some hockey sweaters. It's winter season now, baby. It's gonna be in the Chicagoland area. We're gonna be layered with snow on the ground over the next couple of days.
I don't know how much will actually stick on the ground because of the temperatures, but the snow is coming in. Snow is coming in.
Perfect time to get a hockey sweater, in my opinion.
Yeah.
Tyler Seguin, Nikita Kucherov, and Alex DeBrincat. I know that our guy, Bob Boulay, was talking about how he witnessed his hockey club get a big-time victory over the Red Wings yesterday on the road at Little Caesars Arena. So Alex DeBrincat, one of the star wingers for those Detroit Red Wings. Nikola Jokic and Steph Curry, not only 2 of the best players in the Western Conference. Nikola Jokic, the undisputed best player in the NBA currently, the 3-time MVP, should have been 4-time MVP. You guys can fight with the wall on that one. He should have won 4 consecutive MVPs. I will gladly die on that hill. Jersey personal time for our guy Michael Arnett, as we got 4 still left in the diamonds, 8 left in the double box for the half and half authentic, 7 in the quads for that mystery box series in the half and half, 8 spots to go in the double box all pro, 7 in the double for the Weekend Warrior guys, 8 to go in the single box all pro, 7 in the single for the half and half, 5 to go in those jerseys, 8 to go in the minis, and 7 to go.
We are actually 3 to go in those jerseys.
Perfect. Okay, so 3 to go in those jerseys. So let's get those personals out before a potential another jersey series erupts here, my friends. So Michael Arnett. So let's get into that wheel spin here. I'm going to start at the number 1 for our guy Michael. The ticker is updated, so we should be good to go on this. All right, so this is going to be his first jersey here, Chinmay, for the jersey personal. So let's Good luck to our man, Michael Arnett. If you do happen to tune in at any point here, Big Mike, feel free to let us know favorite player, favorite team. Is there a specific player jersey that you were looking for? How sweet would it be if that happened? We see it happen all the time here in the break room.
Yeah.
All the time. I had a cool moment yesterday when I was hosting our 3 o'clock show. Amanda Keel. It's number 16. Number 16 for the first one. We got 16.
We don't. We have 15 and 7.
So picker wheel time. So I'll go into that. Quick soliloquy in just a second. 15 and 17. It is going to be, as we spin around, 15, Shinmei. 15.
All right, that's the first one.
Thank you.
Back to the main wheel for the second one.
Don't get to hear the audio for that too often. That was kind of cool. And then back to the wheel we go. Let's see. All right. So we're going to have 15 and 9.
We do not have 9, but the closest is 6. There.
6 and 15 off the board. 6 is technically 9, just upside down.
Yeah,
so
upside down.
close enough. We're all going to the upside down today. Are you a big Stranger Things guy at all?
No, I'm not. But I like the reference.
All right. Jersey personal time. Let's get into it. We'll go with the box 15 first, since it was the first one as a part of the wheel. Michael, wherever you are out there, hopefully you got good enough service to tune in, my friend. And watch yourself get a big time. Oh, this is what we talk about. This is why you join the Ultimate Autographs live break room, ladies and gents. This is why you get a personal, because you leave nothing to chance. You want to come in here and get the best possible stuff available in a series. Well, guess what? It is very hard to argue that you're not going to walk away with something better than this. A headliner in the jersey, Mr. Chinmay. We're going to get ourselves the former Defensive Player of the Year, one of the best defensive players of the modern era, number 90, T.J. Watt. Foog Donner, I know you're excited out there, my friend, for our man in Michael Arnett. What a welcome into the break room, man.
Yeah.
T.J. Watt.
Great start. Still got one more jersey personal here, so could keep it rolling.
Very, very nice there for Mr. Arnett. Just going to write up both of these for him. T.J. Watt. Unbelievable start. So you're going to go headline hunting back-to-back times. And again, both jerseys we did earlier, those are both hidden gems. So let's see what we got here. Thank you very much, my friend. Thank you. Let's see what we can... Do we have another headliner on tap? And we do not. We do not, but that's not necessarily a bad thing. Man, there's just something that Ultimate Autographs likes to do, Chinmay, when it comes to making your team a hidden gem. There's just something that they like to do with these Green Bay Packers. Now, it's never a bad thing, because this guy is a Hall of Fame linebacker. He's a 3-time Pro Bowler, 2-time All-Pro, 2-time Super Bowl champ with the Green Bay Packers. I'm more familiar with this name in NBA circles.
Oh, yeah.
With David Robinson.
Yeah.
This guy dropped the I and the D. He went by Dave Robinson, Hall of Fame linebacker for the Green Bay Packers, number 89. A very unconventional linebacker number, a number 89.
Common has a good Dave Robinson story.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I'm sure that Common has the best stories, man, available in the break room here. So the nice PSA certificate, of authenticity right there for the Dave Robinson jersey. Awesome personals right there. So 2 defensive subs, you got 89 and 90. Now you got to add a 91 and keep that number going higher and higher.
Absolutely. Congratulations, Michael.
Very, very cool hits there, my friend, on the Dave Robinson and T.J. Watt. Very, very cool. So any closer action to that jersey?
So we are 2 to go in that jersey, but we can definitely do the wheel spin. We can do the chase wheel spin because none of the Weekend Warriors have closed out.
Absolutely.
So we'll do the chase, and after the chase wheel spin, if there's nothing in the jerseys, we can hop off.
Awesome show to start off our morning. I'm glad that you guys were able to join Chinmay and myself so far to get us going on this gorgeous Saturday morning here on YouTube, Facebook, and Twitch if you were just tuning in. Chase Wheelspin time coming up. Chinmay's already got that together. Thank you so much, my man. Appreciate it. Let's get ourselves into the randomizer. 10 times around the world we go. Who is going to walk away with some UA credit? So, Daniel Sandel, are the rich going to keep getting richer? As he doubled up with the Jahmyr Gibbs and the Kobe Whites. Got 2 Midwest great players. 16 names in here, 10 times around. Let's see how this shakes down. So 9 times in, of course it is. Daniel Sandel is at the top. He's standing on business. Is he going to relinquish that top spot with the last spin around? And he will. Dustin Aronson. Dustin Aronson, a wonderful break room regular. Don't see Dustin all that much in the chat. He's a silent killer. I hope not literally, but he is a silent killer in this break room. Very popular regular we have, and he is about to get rewarded with... Okay, so enough to get himself into a nice jersey break. So 27. So $27 going Dustin Aronson's way for the Chase Wheel Spin. Going back into the break room there, so congratulations to Dustin getting rewarded. Got some money back on the buy-in to the Weekend Warriors. So pretty close to half of a single spot for a Weekend Warrior selection. So again, guys, 5 spots to go in the Weekend Warrior single box break. There's a very good chance that will roll over into a pre-fill for the noon show. Don't want to let one of those 17 headliners pass you by. 8 spots to go on the double for the half and half. 7 to go in the quad for the half and half as well. 8 to go in the double box break for the All-Pro. 7 to go for the double box break in the Weekend Warrior. 2 spots now, as Chinmay mentioned in the jersey. 7 in the single diamonds. 8 in the minis. We're going to touch upon the minis just because have not opened up the headliners for this bad boy yet. Ty Law and Ray Lewis available in this series. We still have Ray Lewis on that Speed Flex as well, and the Specialty All-Pro Series for just $65. Go get yourself a Ray Lewis in the Specialty All-Pro on a Speed Flex if you want a chance at a double-up possibility. We got ourselves Ray Lewis here in the minis, alongside Sean Alexander. This is one of the rivalry, Sean Alexander on the Seattle Seahawks mini, alongside Adrian Peterson. The last 2 running backs to win a MVP in the National Football League, both side by side here in this mini series. 12 boxes left, 4 total headliners, guys, between Ty Law, Ray Lewis, Sean Alexander, and Adrian Peterson. Some 2000s legends right there between those 4 guys. Certainly one of my favorite series that I would like to play into. I like to play in a lot of mini breaks and some other break rooms myself. So 4 spots left in those diamond doubles as well. The headliners and Edger and James on the authentic alongside Javonte Williams, with Baker Mayfield being on the Speed Flex. So still 2 of those jersey spots left to go, Chinmay.
Yeah, we haven't seen any movement there.
When was the last order for the other jersey?
11:01.
Okay, so about 6 minutes ago,
Yeah.
not too long ago. So just a quick recap and a rundown once again. So obviously with 2 spots, I do not want to let that carry into the upcoming show. But again, we're gonna have to have some downtime and give ourselves a little hiatus, get ourselves refreshed, rejuvenated, and regrouped for the noon show. Again, with Chinmay and myself. Going to be a little Freaky Friday action between us, though. As we're going to, Chinmay is going to be in the host chair. I'll be sliding things over into the producer spot. Was that a jersey spot that came in?
No.
Gotcha. Let's see where else we got movement going for right now. Again, guys, the Weekend Warrior possibilities. That's where I'm going to go into real quick to give you guys a couple extra moments to close out that last jersey spot. I see 9 of you still tuning in here with us this morning. So if you got enough eyeballs to get on the screen, hopefully you can close out those last 2 jersey spots for $29. The double up possibilities for the Weekend Warrior. We got 5 in the single. We got 7 in the double to go. Here are what some of the items look like in this series. So we got everything from Baker Mayfield to Kate Cunningham. Look at that black and blue Detroit basketball. Get the patented Detroit D for the former number 1 overall pick, back-to-back number 1 overall pick.
Jerseys have closed.
There we go. How wonderful. There you go. Right on cue. This is why we like to give you guys some time. Look at that, man. Look at that.
Yeah,
NHL.
So that'll be the last break then.
Yep. Yes, it will be. Look at that goaltender lid there with the Canadian leaf on the side of it for the Winnipeg Jet. Great goaltender Connor Hellebuck. Very, very cool with the Derrick Henry Speed Flex, the Ilya Sorokin lid The Jahmyr Gibbs, which is pulled. It's by Chinmay on his side of the table. The Jonathan Taylor Speed Flex, the luck of the horseshoe right there on a nice salute to service Speed Flex. The Winter Warrior on the Justin Jefferson, the Nikita Kucherov jersey. Nikola Jokic and Steph Curry. The Victor, this is the Trae Young, autograph ball with the Alex DeBrincat hockey sweater. Tyler Seguin, Victor Wembanyama signed basketball. And that's what we got right now in the Weekend Warrior, guys. Again, the weekend exclusive series.
Yep, jerseys is good to go.
Yes, sir. Jerseys are all good. Thank you, my man. You can see what you guys have been hungry for this morning. Seeing a lot of these wonderful, familiar faces here on the Ultimate Autographs Live break room today. Again, going 10 times around the world, one last time. Joseph, I see you're in this series, my man. Going to ask for that box number in just a moment. Looking for that final jersey number for what looks to be our last box. But again, if you got that credit card out and you want those orders to keep flying in, make sure to do so before we end up getting this final box break for today. So before we do that, hits of the show, obviously. The personals was cool with the TJ Watt that we had. But with what we got on the table, we got to focus on the Weekend Warrior stuff here. So what are you thinking? Kobe White basketball and the Jahmyr Gibbs lid.
It's very tempting for me to say the Kobe White basketball, not just because I'm a Packers and Bulls fan, but also because I love basketball. But on a pure value proposition, I have to go with the Jahmyr Gibbs.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. If we're talking about adding something to your PC, it has to be the Jahmyr Gibbs. But because of your points, Kobe White. Kobe White is my number one. Kobe White, look, it's against UA policy for me to take this on a field trip to my address to bring this home with me. But if I could, I would. I would be dribbling this in my driveway all day long. I would have a nice big bubble wrap coating around it to make sure that the signature doesn't get messed up or anything. But Kobe's too, this is one of the more classic old school signatures, I would say, where you get the big lettering. There's no confusion on who signed this. Yeah. Because a lot of the times you get some, unrecognizable scribble. But there's you can't miss that's Kobe White that signed that. So I'll give this about another 10 seconds, guys, on a jersey number. Looking for that from Aaron, Josh, John, Joseph, and Michael. Joseph, I know you just commented not too long ago, my friend. So there you go. 3 right on cue. Thank you, my man. So hopefully some box collar magic going your way. And what we got in the series for you guys, John Narvaez in the NFC North. Joseph, right on cue, Mr. Box Collar Magic in the NFC South. Josh Nix, looking to keep his newbie streak going in the NFC East with Michael Arias in the NFC West. John Narvaez in the AFC North. Michael Arias again in the AFC South. Aaron Custer in the AFC East. And Josh Nix rounding things out in the AFC West. Ticker is now updated. Good luck to everybody. Last break of the 9 a.m. show. It's been an awesome, awesome show as always with you guys. And we are going to wrap things up, how wonderfully, with a headliner hit. The former Buffalo Bills wide receiver, the Hall of Famer, a break room regular with the JSA certification right above the autograph. It's number 83, Andre Reed. Andre Reed, what a catch to end our 9 a.m. show for the AFC East hit. That belonging to Mr. Aaron Custer. Aaron Custer, I believe that's his second hit of the show, correct?
Yeah, he got the Dorsey Levens.
And he had the Dorsey Levens as well, so it's been a jersey-filled morning. 2 throwbacks between
two great throwbacks.
2 great throwbacks. Very, very cool. And Andre Reed and Dorsey Levens. So that's going to wrap things up for us here, guys. Taking a last second look at the break page for everybody here really quick. It looks like we have a lot of 7s and 8s. We have that 5 in the single box break in the Weekend Warriors, 4 in the Diamond Doubles. Again, those are probably going to move very close to being pre-fills. So Diamond Double, help out our man Dale Severance. Also, in the Weekend Warrior spot, guys, we want those to fly out as soon as possible just because it is weekend exclusive. Monday through Friday, you can forget about it. All those names and memorabilia are not available during the week. So make sure if you got some regulars or people that have played in the break room during the week usually that have a lot of tough times getting in here on the weekends, give them a call, send them a screenshot, send them a link. let them know that we have these products available only on Saturdays and Sundays. So Chinmay, any final thoughts before you take this seat over here at the noon show?
It's been a great 9 a.m. show, and hope we keep it rolling at noon.
I know we definitely will. For Chinmay, this has been Rob, 9 a.m., noon, 3, 6. We are on 7 days a week on YouTube, Facebook, and Twitch. Of course, coming to you live from the city of beautiful Burr Ridge, Illinois. Thank you for spending your Saturday mornings with us and upcoming your Saturday afternoons as well. Thank you guys so much once again for tuning in this morning. And we're going to step aside for the next 45 minutes, and we will see you then.